country, Mark Twain, once said, "Familiarity breeds content and children." While no child will come from the familiar relationship between Birmingham and Huntsville, contempt will and has already. Derision, disdain, disrespect, malice, despisement, and downright hatred is very likely to surface between these two teams. 37% of the games remaining between these two teams will face off against each other. 6 games, including tonight, between Birmingham and Huntsville over the remaining 18 of the year. That means these two teams and the season, at the very least for Birmingham, boils down to Birmingham and Huntsville. Those 6 games will be intense, they'll be hard-hitting, they'll be fast-skating, and meaningful hockey. Along with these 6 games versus Huntsville, the Bulls also have 4 against Fayetteville, 2 against Pensacola, Roanoke, and Evansville. 1 single game against Macon will end the season for the Birmingham Bulls. And entering tonight in 6th place, the Bulls try and maintain that spot in the playoffs and must come out with a winning record, not only versus Huntsville, but in all remaining games. That's a lot of scenarios, that's a lot of situations, a lot of numbers, but what it means for the Birmingham Bulls is starting tonight and this past weekend, wins are not only paramount and desired, they are now a necessity. Welcome, Bulls fans and Havoc fans. I'm Jody Chernesky alongside Greg Dreveny once again to bring you Birmingham Bulls hockey and what is sure to be a very good hockey match between intrastate rivals Birmingham and Huntsville. Greg, we just took 3 out of a possible 4 points against Pensacola on Friday and Saturday, but Huntsville is worlds better than our opponent from this weekend. For Birmingham, what do you see as keys to a much-needed win?
Well, Jody, it's one of those things where anytime Huntsville comes into Birmingham, you've got the Huntsville fans. They're always going to show up in numbers. That always makes a great atmosphere for an awesome hockey game. So I think that's one of the things, that there will be atmosphere in the arena tonight. And for the Bulls, it's always so critical about that first goal. How many times have you said it? The momentum that it carries coming down. These teams have faced off fairly evenly this year with a 2-1-1 against each other. And you can't ever take that into the equation. You talked about the rivalry. It's been here for years, Jody, and we call it the Battle of I-65.
114 miles separate the Von Braun Civic Center versus the Pelham Civic Complex. They better get used to each other. I don't recall, Greg, any time to close out a season where both teams face each other 6 times over the remaining 18. It's just amazing to me. A lot of it simply because of the snowstorm we had a few weeks ago. But nonetheless, most of our games versus Huntsville have occurred in February and March.
Well, and that's the other key component to it, Jody, is with both of these teams, oddly enough, you would think that home ice advantage would be a huge thing, but looking at the record, the Bulls have pulled out an overtime win in Huntsville, and Huntsville in the same has pulled out an overtime win here. So, at the end of the day, the tail of the tape, it's very slim pickings, one way or the other. And I know that on the standings, you know, Huntsville sitting at 1, Birmingham at 6. However, you can throw standings out the window when 2 teams meet in this rivalry hockey game, kind of like the Iron Bowl.
I don't know if it's that intense, but I promise you, for the guys that are wearing the jerseys for both sides, they can feel the intensity. Birmingham more so than Huntsville. Huntsville's just about, their lock on a playoff spot is done. Huntsville's going to make the playoffs. That's not the case for the Birmingham Bulls yet. We still have a long way to go before we know we're not only locked up a spot, but actually can come in and play to at least our confidence level to take on someone in that first round and have a chance to move on.
Well, it's one of those things, even for Birmingham to be sitting where they're at in 6th place, and you know, with just 2 or 3 points separating them from 7th and 8th. Overall, Jody, their win percentage is .516, so you've got a everybody talks about where do you want to be as a hockey club and everything like that. And it's like a winning season has always been based off of being above 500. So even though the Bulls, they faced a lot of injuries and different things like that, through the adversity, they're still above 500. And that's going to be the key going down the stretch, is figuring out if playing 5-16 hockey got us here, we've got to bump that up a little bit and get those numbers up to probably about 600% or .600 going down. And for example, this weekend coming in with the 3 games at hand, they've got 3 out of 4 points so far against Pensacola. So that puts their winning percentage right now this weekend going in tonight at 750. So I think that's a pretty good stat for the Bulls. And coming into tonight, big 2 points on the line. And this is, we've talked about those games at hand for the Bulls. This one will primarily even them up with everybody in the pack. So it is a huge 4-point game.
A lot of times we talk about the intensity of these games and how important they are to either of these two teams. And sometimes we embellish it somewhat. Let's just be honest. We're announcers here. We bring it on. We try and pump the fans up in our own way. But there's no way around this, Greg. It's now or never, at least for the Birmingham Bulls. We've got to move on. We've got to grasp the situation by the throat, not by the hands, and squeeze it for all it's worth. At any point, at any time, anything can happen where you're elevated and can get that spot, or, God forbid, things don't work out as much and you wind up looking up at everyone else in the playoffs when you're not invited. When you're Birmingham Bulls coming into this game tonight after spending the last 2 games against Pensacola, even though we got 3 of those 4 points, Greg, it just didn't seem like, I don't know how to put it, the success to me would have been much greater had we won those games in regulation to keep Pensacola by the wayside. Agreed or no?
Absolutely. But it's one of those things, Jody. It doesn't feel like 3 out of 4 points coming into tonight just because of the way that everything kind of went down at the tail end of that last game in overtime. But nonetheless, hey, these guys are professionals, and that's what professional hockey's all about. You leave the past behind you, and you refocus and get charged up for the task at hand. And this afternoon, it's the Huntsville Havoc.
Well, tonight, Huntsville is just now stepping out onto the ice. You heard their fans who always bring a nice spot into the Pelham Civic Complex. And as we pause real quick for the playing and singing of our national anthem, we'll get to the starting lineups right after this.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were still gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, late crowd filing in to the Pelham Civic Complex here on a Sunday afternoon. It feels different. Normally our afternoon matinee games are at 1 o'clock or so, Greg. Tonight, this afternoon, whatever you call it, a later afternoon, 4 p.m. face-off. I kind of prefer the earlier face-off. I don't know about you, but the earlier the face-off, to me, the better the situation is for the fans. They don't have to worry about so much waking up early in the morning. But now, they got to go to work in the morning. Let's see what that does to our Birmingham Bulls fans and and Huntsville as well, as they always bring good crowds to the Pelham Civic Complex.
Even more importantly, Jody, something else is the players for both Huntsville and Birmingham on their daily routine. So you talk about routines and how everybody gets ready. 4 o'clock's kind of a weird time to play.
It is.
So we'll see.
Starting lineup tonight. First for the Huntsville Havoc. Defensively, they'll go with Dom Procopio. He'll be paired up with Cam Cervoni. Up front, Jack Jonich, Sam Ruffin, and Phil Elkston. For the Birmingham Bulls, defensively, Taylor Brierley, in my opinion, the best defenseman in this league. He'll be paired up along with Trevor Thurston, and we'll get to the remainder of the lineups as we're underway. Huntsville gets control. Now it's loose in their own zone. Sits it back on defense for Procopio. He'll just lift one into center ice. Back to get it to Thurston. Just underway here at the Pelham Civic Complex. Apatagan sends one cross ice for Thurston. He loves to get involved offensively. He sends one for Higgins, just a little behind him. He couldn't catch up, or the puck didn't catch up to him. It's loose behind the Huntsville net, and Huntsville plays it. That's Elkston. Through center ice, tried to hook up for Jonich. Past everyone. Lotz will play it for Birmingham along that far side board for Brierley. He gets it ahead for Kozarev, gets a step on one, centers one for Olnick. He fanned on it. Centers pass back at the point for Romeo. That shot trails wide. As the puck lay loose at the Huntsville blue line, Birmingham has to retreat out of the zone. Huntsville has possession. Buster Larson, the former Bull, had it bounce off his stick, picked up by Ledzianko, Phil that is, and he'll drop it back for Romeo. Romeo back to Ledzianko. They couldn't connect, and the puck is just sent deep into the Huntsville zone. Puck loose at center ice. Clark for Kip Ledzianko and Rose as well. Loose just side the blue line, and Birmingham has to put it right back in. 18 and a half to go, first period. No score, no shots on goal. Far boards, Kyler Matthews whips it around near side. Loose along the near corner. Phil Ledzianko rips one around the boards. Matthews in front. Score!
Ledzianko
with the tip just to the left of Colburn, and an innocent-looking shot by Matthews results in a goal. No goal is innocent. That is what we've been seeing all weekend long, Greg.
Well, and that was one, Jody, where McCabe was actually tying up Ledzianko in front of the net, and as Ledzianko pushed through the holding and fought through it, the puck just careened off the shaft of his stick right between his hands and right up into the corner over the shoulder of Coburn. So you don't see those tips very often, but nonetheless, it's in the net. The Bulls are up 1-0.
Kip Ledzianko, his 7th goal of the season. The assist, number 23, Phil Ledzianko, and number 74, Kyler Matthews.
His brother Phil and Matthews on the assist. A minute 54 into the first period, his 7th goal. Birmingham takes an all-important 1-0 lead. Now right back to action. There's a shot right on to Coburn. Now it's loose in the near corner, played by the Havoc. Palmer around far side for Cervoni. He can't get it out. Apatagan puts it in deep. Loose along the near boards. Brierley pinching in. He can't keep the puck alive, though, and it'll come right back out into the Bull zone. Just as quickly, put right back in deep to the Huntsville zone. It's played along the far boards. Cervoni has it. He'll get it ahead to Jonich. Back into the Birmingham zone. Jonich with a shot. Easy stick save made by Lotz. Kozarev picks that loose puck up, and he'll skate away quickly. Kozarev tried to line it up for Olnick. Knocked away from him, and here comes Huntsville. They tried to set it up for Ruffin. It didn't work. Jonich brings it in. They'll rule no offside. Jonich's shot goes well wide of Austin Lotz. Played along the far boards. Romeo back for Powell. Kyle Powell playing in his first game in 3. We'll get into why in just a moment. Ahead Huntsville tried to bring it in. It stood up there nicely at the point by Kip Ledzianko. Now it's loose along the blue line of Birmingham. And Huntsville will just put it right back in as an icing is called on Huntsville. We'll bring it back. Now, let's do a little housework here. First, the goaltenders tonight. Austin Lotz for Birmingham comes in tonight. 11-11-0, 2.74 goals against, 9.13 save percentage for Huntsville. Troy Coburn, 1-3-1 record, 3.00 goals against, 9.02 save percentage. And Dorsey not in the lineup for Birmingham, making room for Kyle Powell, Greg, simply because Dorsey is kind of in the doghouse, so to speak, after the hit last night, or 2 nights ago on Pensacola netminder, and he's going to get some suspension games out of it. Tonight's the first one. We don't know how long that suspension will be, though. You were a goalie. I'll let you decide for yourself what you would do. Now the puck behind the goal line. Don Procopio plays it far side out of the reach of Elkston. Now it's loose. Kip Ledzianko can't get it in deep. Phil Ledzianko, again, Greg, going down. Birmingham has had all kinds of issues keeping their skates moving and not falling down on the ice. Once again, doing it in front. There's a shot, goes wide. Picked up by Ledzianko. Centers a pass through the slot, taken away by Buster Larson, and he'll set it up for Alger. Austin Alger circles back in his own zone. He'll take the puck once again from Procopio. Loose. Apatega in front again. He shoots, save, made, rebound, loose.
Wow.
And Huntsville just having a little issue, Greg, getting control of that puck and maintaining it, giving away 2 prime scoring opportunities for the Bulls.
Well, Apatega there, Jody, took the first one, tried to dish it across, came right back to him, and he turned and shot the puck. Coburn was coming back across. It looks like he got fumbled up underneath his pad. And I was looking for him. He turned around. I thought it was in the back of the net, but nonetheless, it did not cross the line.
Off the draw, Birmingham has it. Brierly cross the ice. Thurston, his shot goes wide. Steered aside by Coburn. Apatega back for Brierly again for Thurston. His shot blocked. And back comes Huntsville 2-on-1 if they hurry. Finstrom was in front. Couldn't feed him the puck. Now Trevor Thurston for Birmingham takes it away, and he'll slide it far side. McCabe absorbs a hit, but he sends it in deep. Behind the Bulls net of Austin Lotz. Puck comes free. Still loose. It'll be picked up by Birmingham's Apatega, and he'll clear. Under 15 to go, first period. Bulls up 1-0. There's a shot save made by Lotz. He steers it aside for Brierly ahead to Kozarev. Kozarev pokes it past Cervoni. He gets it out for McTavish. McTavish tried to set it up in front for Kozarev. He's ridden off the play nicely by Elkston. Back the other way comes Huntsville's Ruffin. He'll dump one into the far corner. Powell going in after it. Look out. Powell nails him. Not as hard as he can, but nonetheless, puck comes free near side. Squirts out through center ice, back into the Huntsville zone, and back to touch up are the Havoc. So we'll bring the puck back into the Birmingham zone. 14-13 remaining here in the first period. A first media time out of the period. Birmingham leading 1-0.
And just for everybody at home, Jody, the Birmingham forwards that started the game were Higgins, Apatega, and Christie. So that rounds out everybody for the Bulls. Who started? The starters. We hit the goalies, and like we said from the beginning, we thought this was going to be a really close one. And 228, Military Kids Jersey Night. The Birmingham Bulls are proud to honor veterans and active members of the U.S. military on Friday, February 28th at the Pelham Civic Complex as they face off against the Huntsville Havoc. The first 1,000 kids through the doors will receive a military-themed jersey, courtesy of Excalibur Services and Fox 6. Don't miss a night of action-packed fun for the whole family. Join us Friday, February 28th at 7 p.m. Get your tickets now at bullshockey.net.
You're sliding into those announcements really well, Greg. You're making it sound natural.
Well, I'm doing my homework, Jody.
You're a lot better than that than I am. Face off to the left of Austin Lotz. Off the draw, Ruffin had it. Nobody really won clean possession, but Huntsville will pick the loose puck up. Yonich goes down. Look out. Here we go. Olnick skates away. Roughing on him. Olnick couldn't get the shot off. There's a shot. Score! The rebound or loose puck came right to Olnick. He never got a good clean shot off, Greg. And unfortunately for Huntsville and fortunately for the Bulls, the puck found the skate and the stick of Colton Olnick, and Birmingham takes a 2-0 lead.
Well, it looked like the Wiener Dog races the other night, Jody, with Olnick leading the charge and 4 guys coming behind him. 1, 2, 3, and 42 did a good job catching him, knocked him off the puck over and bangs it away.
Yeah, Ruffin,
who was the second right there?
Ruffin did a great job to get back. Here's the call.
26, Colton Olnick, his 10th goal of the season. The assist, number 7, Nikita Kozarev, and first Bulls goal, scored at 6:01 of the first.
Kozarev gets the primary and only assist and brings the puck right back into the Huntsville zone, finally cleared by the Havoc. Procopio giving chase. Nice play by Matthews. As both going to the boards hard and both staying down. Matthews reaching out now. Connor Fries getting into it in the near corner. And I believe that's with Clark. But the original two, Kyler Matthews, he took the worst end of that. He got back defensively, which was a great idea and nice hustle. But both of them went into the board's shoulder first, so that can't feel good.
Well, both of them got tangled up down there, Jody, and there's not a whole lot of room once you hit that goal line. And when you lose an edge or get tied up with anybody, both guys went in. So everybody's up and okay. That's the main thing here. So get them back to the bench, get them a little shake up, and I'm sure they'll be back out here at their next shift.
Now, when you go into the boards like that, both players literally going in head, shoulder, neck first, whatever. Isn't it a natural reaction, just human instinct to protect your head, your neck with your arms? I really didn't see that when they went into the boards, though.
Well, it's one of those things, Jody, the closest thing I can tell you about that is like being in a car accident. When time slows down and as you're going towards the board, you're thinking of, okay, what can I do here to minimize the damage, because you don't want to go in head down, neck first.
2-0 Birmingham, 13:37 to go, first period. Birmingham out shooting Huntsville 6-3 off the draw. Dylan Stewart shot stick wide. Loose puck along the far boards. Brierly had a shot. Comes to Buster Larson. No, he couldn't control it, but he was all alone, Greg, as the puck slides around far side and sent out by Phil Edzianko. Birmingham escaped that one, Greg.
Well, you see a lot of teams like that, Jody. Some do that intentionally, and they leave one guy just lagging down behind the opposition's D in case there's a turnover.
Puck in the Huntsville zone, played far side by Taylor Brierly. Around the corner, behind the net, played by Procopio. Dom, captain of the Huntsville Havoc, takes a hit by Higgins. Stewart picks the loose puck up and clears the zone for Huntsville. Right back in. Apatagan in front for Christie. He was there along with Higgins. Nobody really got a good shot off, and Huntsville will bring it right back and dump it into the Bull zone. Look out. Powell's stick just shattered as he was trying just to make a pass, and the puck was loose right in front of Lutz. And that one was dangerous, as there was, at that time, right in front of the net, I believe that's, I can't see the number from here. Nonetheless, there was a Huntsville player. His back is on the other side. I think it was, is it Palmer?
Palmer, yep.
I can't really know. It was Fisher. I'm sorry, Fisher. I thought it was 55, but it's not. Fisher. He had a good shot at it, but he couldn't connect, so the faceoff will come to the right of Austin Lutz. Sinclair on the draw for Birmingham. Puck is dropped, loose. Kyler Matthews seems to be okay from that odd crash into the boards. He clears the zone for Birmingham. Clark takes a whack at it. Can't get it in. Kozarev does, though, but it's easily picked up by Huntsville, and they'll clear. Off the stick of Fisher comes to Birmingham's Thurston. He'll send it in deep. Now behind the goal line, played by McCain. Huntsville plays it into center ice, having a little trouble clearing it cleanly as Rose puts it right back in. Palmer with the puck. He's checked on the play by Rose. Takes it away. Takes a shot. Glove save. And a nice one. He just snatched that one out of the air off the Carson Rose snapshot.
Well, you saw that one coming, Jody. I think everybody in the entire building knows that Carson Rose is getting open ice anywhere near the top of the circles. He's going to be ripping them. So good save by Cobra there. And I'm getting the feeling, Jody, that if the Bulls can maintain what they're doing, the only time Huntsville's best scoring opportunities come off of Bulls just having bad luck and giveaways and making some bad decisions. So they clean those up, and they can be in good shape here tonight.
Off the draw, Procopio had it taken away by Rose, but he gains possession back and sends it right back to center ice. Janich puts it deep into the Bulls' zone. Whistle goes. And this will be icing, and the face-off will come back into the Huntsville zone. Anytime I see the referee with his arm in the air and I hear the whistle blow up, I don't know, call it just a reaction. I'm thinking penalty, but this one just the icing. The face-off will come to the right of Coburn. Did it surprise you that Coburn got the start tonight for Huntsville?
No, I don't think so. I think it's one of those situations where, you know, like you said, Huntsville secured their playoff spot. They're looking to see who can play going down the stretch.
Ledzianko had a shot at it, as did Apatagan. A big hit on him, and he's still down. That one was a solid connection. Apatagan can't seem to get up that one. Or that's not Apatagan, I'm sorry. That is Kip Ledzianko. He'll skate over the Bulls' bench. There's in front deflection just wide of the net. There's a shot by McKay. It just trickled off the defense. And I mean, give Kip Ledzianko credit. He skated somehow off the ice. Now Janich with the puck slides it down just inside the blue line. McCabe, a shot deflected in front, taken away by Thurston. Birmingham had actually two men at that one time injured as Jerry Christie took a shot from inside the blue line just when Kip Ledzianko was struggling to get off the ice. We'll keep an eye on those two as Huntsville ranks one off the glass down the ice. It'll come just off goal. Austin Loss watched it the whole way, but that's tough, Greg, when you saw one, just such a good, solid, clean body check on Kip Ledzianko, and it took a good 15 seconds for him to get up and off the bench. And then Christie, he takes one just inside his own blue line.
Oh, that was Ledzianko going for the hit, Jody, and Elstam did a good job. He saw the hit coming, and, you know, it's one of those things where as a hockey player, if you don't want to get impacted by a hit, you hit before you get hit. That's exactly what Elstam did, and just got Ledzianko off guard a little bit, and he literally, I think he put his shoulder right into his face, or I don't know. Great job, though.
Connor Fries on the draw for Huntsville. Higgins for Birmingham. Fries controls. Gets it ahead for Finstrom. Noah Finstrom brings it into the Bull zone. Cuts left. Backhander blocked nicely, and Colton Olnick picks the loose puck up. For Kozarev takes a hit. Olnick dumps it in. Behind the net is played by Huntsville. Fries back there along with Olnick. Picked up near side, and Huntsville will clear in the center ice. Loose picked up by Powell. He'll send it far side for Kyler Matthews. Phil Ledzianko tips it in. Now behind the net, Huntsville will clear. Drops it back for Procopio. Dom gets it ahead for Stewart, who backhands one into the Bull zone. There's a centering pass in front for Larson. A lazy pass by Birmingham almost resulted in a goal. Larson knows how. Who has the puck? There's another pass. This one, Charlie Rist one times it up the feed from Larson, but Austin Lotz right there, Johnny, on the spot, closes the door. But Greg, you can't give the puck away in your own zone like that. Well, you got a sniper like Buster Larson cruising.
And we talked about how close these teams were before in our little pregame chat, Jody, and we talked about the differences of where they come in at 5-on-5 and power play, penalty kill, and goaltending. And that's one thing that we've seen here in the first 10 minutes so far is Austin Lotz is definitely doing what he's been doing, and that's stopping the puck and doing a great job in there in the net for the Bulls, giving them that opportunity to maintain that 2-goal lead, even though there's been a couple of misfires in the Bulls defensive zone. But that's the difference of having a veteran goaltender in there that's been here and done that. 3-7, Jody. March 7th.
Oh, here we go. Good
Alter
job.
Ego night / church night. The Birmingham Bulls are kicking off Alter Ego weekend by becoming the Cahaba Valley Vipers. Thanks to CBS 42. Don't miss this special event as the Vipers hit the ice to take on the Roanoke Rail Dogs on Friday, March 7th at the Pelham Civic Complex. Puck drops at 7 p.m. It's also church night. Groups of 10 or more can enjoy a special group discount. Call the Bulls office for more information or to book your church group tickets. Experiencing the fun of Alter Ego weekend and cheer on the Vipers for one night only. Get your tickets now at bullshockey.net.
Roanoke Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs coming to town. That's their old pal Mitch Stewart. Really excellent announcer, young guy, announcing all the Roanoke games. He's really on top of his game. It's always fun to get together with him. He took great care of us when we were there for the finals 2 years ago.
Yeah, he did.
So it'll be good to catch up with him when he comes to Birmingham. But don't think we're playing the Bulls, Mitch. You'll be going up against the Vipers, just a mean-looking snake ready to strike. At least I hope. Off the draw, Huntsville controls. Dylan Stewart, far side. Procopio and shot, save, rebound. No, it's off the inside of the post. And they may have a look at this, Greg. That one hit either the inside of the post and came right back to Lotz, or that one crossed the goal line and came right back to Lotz. And right now, the referee tonight, Mark Dungan, thought about going over to take a look at it, but nobody on Huntsville's that were on the ice is asking him to. So that one, like I said, rings off the inside of the post and right back out. Austin Lotz, his best friend on that one was definitely the post.
Well, that's something, Jody, where as a goaltender, you have to be good to be lucky, and that was a good one there. We'll chalk that one up to Lady Luck.
Procopio behind his own net plays it off the boards. There's a penalty coming up on the Bulls as Coburn escapes the net for an extra attacker. Buster Larson through his own slot, skates through center ice. Gets past Apatagan. He'll drop it, and there's an offside call on Huntsville, and that'll do at least the first power play for either team coming up. 9:03 remaining in the first period as Higgins goes into the box. Didn't see what the call was for, Greg.
High stick.
Higgins, 2 minutes for high sticking. Number 37, Ben Higgins, 2 minutes for the high stick.
So Higgins gets the high sticking call. No argument from the Bulls. So Birmingham will be on the penalty kill. Coming into tonight, Huntsville has the fourth best power play in the league, 20% success rate, 29 power play goals on the year. Birmingham's penalty kill, not so good. 10th in the league, last overall. 75% of the time they kill the penalty, but that means 25% they don't. That's 1 out of every 4 goes in the net, at least statistically for Birmingham. Off the draw, puck escapes the zone, cleared, back into the Havoc zone. Greg, is the penalty kill more about effort or more about systems?
More about systems and knowing when to attack and when to stand back, Jody.
Janich brings the puck across their center ice stripe. Sinclair picks it up and cleared by Olnick. Coburn out of his own net. He'll leave it there for his defense to start the play. McCabe skates through center ice. He'll drop it back. Brought into the zone. Big hit! Big hit on Stewart by Romeo. Romeo's the one who actually went down on the play, but it results in a loose puck and cleared by the Bulls. Carson Rose has it. He'll drop back and kill some time. Smart play by Carson Rose. Gingerly just sends a soft one down the ice to kill more time. We're down to a minute to go in this power play for the Huntsville Havoc. Risk drops it back. Here's Ruffin, gains the zone, but comes right back out. Buster Larson just sends it right back on his own netminders, picked up there by Charlie Risk.
See the Bulls walling up at that blue line, Jody. I like it, not giving Huntsville access.
Less than 40 seconds of power play time remaining as Ruffin brings it in the Bull zone. Nice play by Matthews. Poke checks it away and clears it himself back into the Huntsville zone. Risk has it. Backhands one right in on Lotz. Lotz played it, but you know what? The referee knows what Lotz's MO is. Most times, often, at least more often than not, he covers that and just waits for the face-off. So I'll take it. It's okay.
It is, and in that scenario, Jody, Austin Lotz had to cover it because Larson was actually the first guy in, but then when he blew past Lotz and went for the skate down around the goal line, then it opened up where there wasn't another Huntsville player near him. Lotz tried to play it, but it was too late.
Face off to his left. Ruffin on the draw for Huntsville. Christie for Birmingham. Puck is dropped. Picked up by the Havoc, but escapes the zone once again as they could not get clear possession of the puck. We're down to 10 seconds of power play time remaining for Huntsville. They'll have time for one more rush. Charlie Risk skates through center ice. Thought about dropping it back, but smartly instead dumps it in. Lotz will play it himself, but not out. Risk keeps it alive. Birmingham back at full and even strength as Higgins escapes the penalty box. Procopio touches up, so an icing is called on the Bulls. That's kind of an odd timing situation there, Greg. Was he out of the box before the puck was shot?
That's a tough call, Jody.
Yeah.
I think it was a slow looper of a clear, and the question is, did the puck cross the red line before he came out of the box? So, nonetheless, that's why the refs are down there. They'll bring it down. We'll have a face-off here to Austin Lotz's left side.
Full disclosure, I didn't see when the shot was taken, so we'll take it. Play stop, slowed down, off the draw. Birmingham has a chance to get control. Sends right out in front. Posta scores. Just a funny bounce off the boards right after that face-off. The importance of winning face-offs in the defensive zone really amplified there. And to my dismay, there were no Bulls standing in front of Lodge, just two Huntsville players. Why was that?
Well, no, that was a little bit of a bizarre goal there, Jody. Usually the guy in front that got the puck off the bad bounce off the board, he was all by himself, chose not to shoot, but just dished it off and walked around the second Huntsville player.
That's Posa's 11th goal of the year. We'll get the assist in a moment. Here's the call.
Benito Posa. The assist, number 12, Giovanni Procopio. And number 2, Dominic Procopio. Goal scored at 13-11 of the
Procopio brothers get the assist, both Gio and Dom, and cuts the Birmingham lead in half, 2-1. Loose puck at center ice. Kip Ledzianko seems to be okay after taking that big hit. He sends one in deep. Tied up along the far boards. Now his brother Phil comes in, but Procopio sends it through center ice, gets past everyone. Lotz will play it. Long pass ahead from Lotz. Here comes Phil Ledzianko, puts the brakes on, waits for some help. Trailer wasn't there, so he sends it behind the net for Kozarev. Kozarev near side for Romeo, tried a centering spot out for Olnick. He couldn't connect. Now it's loose, picked up by Huntsville, and they'll clear. Elkston sends one into the near corner, going after Janich. Behind the net, played by Ruffin to Janich. Loose puck now picked up by the Bulls, Olnick. He'll try and clear, but he can't. It's tied up along the near boards. Puck comes free, and it pops out of the Birmingham zone with 5:30 to go here in the first period of play, and an icing is called on the Birmingham Bulls. Faceoff comes back into their zone, and last time this happened, it didn't get a good result for Birmingham. Right up the draw, Huntsville converts it into a goal. We need a faceoff win and start the play for Birmingham positively.
Well, and that's where that momentum and actually even just playing a little bit fearful, like when you're shorthanded, you know what I mean, Jody?
Yeah.
And then you make it through being shorthanded, you kill it, you kind of take a sigh of relief, and that's kind of seemed like what happened last time.
Off the draw, Risk takes a slap shot. He didn't get all of it on there, or he didn't get all of the slap shot, and Lott saw it the whole way, but he holds on. We'll try it again. Huntsville's doing really well on the faceoffs tonight, Greg.
Well, they are, and you can see how important that offensive zone possession is,
Yeah.
Jody, because it's equating into scoring opportunities for Huntsville.
Face-off in the Bull zone once again, controlled by Huntsville. That's Charlie Risk in front. Blocked, though, by the Bulls' defense of Jared Christie, and they'll clear. Played by the Bulls back in, but it goes out of play. So the face-off will come just probably inside the Huntsville blue line into the face-off circle. So with 5:11 to go, a nice opportunity for Birmingham to return the favor as Huntsville scored their goal right off the draw deep in the Bull zone. Let's see if we can return it and do the same.
So far as delivered, Jody, we talked about the evenness of these two teams. 10 to 9 shots for Huntsville right now.
Off the draw, loose puck picked up by Risk for Huntsville. He'll skate away. Tried to set it up in the slot for Alger. He couldn't do it. Birmingham clears. Apatagan sends it in deep. Brierly pinching in from his defensive position. Lets it go for Higgins. Puck loose in the corner. Picked up by Palmer. No one really forechecking him. He gets it out. Birmingham clears the zone and puts it right back in. 4.5 to go first period. Birmingham up 2-1 over the Huntsville Havoc. Puck loose in the Bull zone, picked up by the Bulls near side. That's Powell. He gets one, tried to set it up for Kip Ledzianko. It's past him, and that errant pass results in a icing call. So face off back into the Birmingham Bull zone. Greg, 4:23 to go here in the first period. 3 goals in the first basic 15 minutes of play. What do you see, at least defensively, from Birmingham or offensively from Birmingham that needs to change?
Well, I just think it's one of those things, Jody, that you're playing, a team at the top of the standings, and the way you win these hockey games is you have to make less mistakes than they do, because you know that Huntsville is going to capitalize. They've got some scorers down there, guys who can put the puck in the net, and you do not want to leave them alone with time and space in your own end. But if you're looking for excitement and a chance to win big, the Birmingham Racecourse Casino is open 24/7, and it's your destination for nonstop entertainment. Whether it's the thrill of the horse racing or spinning of the wheels of our world-class slots and table games, we've got it all. Plus, with player rewards and welcoming atmosphere, every visit feels like a win.
All right, nice job. It's getting to be really smooth when you deliver that. Face-off control by Huntsville. That's Janich, centers one. Knocked aside by Powell. Loose puck behind the net, picked up by Elkston. He turns and spins with Janich right all up in Austin Lutz's grill. Puck was deflected out of play, so we'll try it again.
But yeah, back to what you were asking, Jody. You saw where they were having their success in just playing a very smart, simple defensive game. And then honestly, it was just one lapse off of a face-off, and the puck ends up in your net. So you got to recognize that, and you got to realize, hey, you've got Huntsville down 2-1. You can't take a shift off against them.
The draw, both Ruffin and Sinclair goes down. I don't know why they do that. I'm down on one knee off the draw. Controlled by Huntsville. That's Elkson. Brings it into the Bull zone. Shovels it far side. In front, looking for Palmer. Gets past everyone, and Birmingham will skate away. Sinclair takes a hit from Ruffin, but gets the puck in deep. Loose puck picked up by Sinclair. Now he loses it. Takes it right back from McCabe. Risk takes him down. That's going to be a check from behind. That's are you calling that roughing?
Wow.
Okay. I have to be impartial here, although I really don't. But if that's a Birmingham penalty, I'm not happy right now.
Well, it's one of those things, Jody, where was it a penalty? I mean,
Charlie Risk, 2 minutes for boarding.
Yeah.
Okay, that's.
I thought it was a good battle back there.
Yeah.
The only reason why I think the ref called is because it was on the numbers, and that's tough to do because he's turning for the puck
You
and
mean
going
from
for
behind?
Yeah, like he hit him. When he hit him, he careened forward on the numbers, 39 on St. Clair.
I'm not complaining about the officiating. It's a hard enough job to do. When I feel like there's a reason to complain, you know me, I will, but there's a shot taken, save made, loose behind the net. Nice stop by Coburn. Picked up by Huntsville. They can't clear Birmingham. First power play of the night. Back for Romeo. Near side, Kip Ledzianko. He'll bring it in deep, looking for a deflection. It gets past everyone. And it escapes Romeo's stick. A little too hard, a little too much mustard on that pass from Thurston. Thurston brings it back in, slides it for McTavish. Has Olnick in front. That deflection, just a weak one, goes wide. And now we have another whistle. This one's going to be a cross-checking.
On.
I see no one arguing, but no, it's got to be on, yeah, Procopio.
Wow.
Gio Procopio is going to the box. I was going to say it's an offensive zone penalty, but Birmingham handed the puck over, which gave me a clue that maybe they wanted to get that puck into the hands of Pensacola to start this two-man advantage. So now a minute 23 remaining on the original penalty that was called on Charlie Risk. So a minute and 23, unless something else is called, Birmingham will enjoy a 5-on-3 man advantage. And if they can score within that 5-on-3 man advantage, we'll still have a power play, just a one-man advantage. All right, here we go. Taylor Brierly skates ahead through center ice. Brierly drops it back for Phil Adzianko. For Rose. Far side Brierly, down low Kozarev. Back to Brierly, Rose. Rose, one-timer save, rebound left right there for Kozarev. He couldn't convert. Rose has the puck. Top of the face-off circle. Back to Brierly, down low for Kozarev. Rose. For Brierly to Kozarev. That shot whistles wide. Taylor Brierly picks the rebound up for Birmingham, gives it to Rose. Far side Kozarev for Brierly. For Rose. Rose has it for Kozarev. Birmingham can't position their body to get the good square shot off, Greg. Kozarev has it. We're down to 15 seconds. A 5-on-3 advantage in front. Rose, save made. Rebound, flops in the air. And a hand pass doesn't work. They can't clear. We're almost down to 5 seconds. 3 on the two-man advantage. Ledzianko down low. Rose has it. Centers one out. Kozarev in front. Save made. Rebound hit the post.
Wow.
Little too much passing, Greg. Not enough shooting. Back at the point. Kozarev hands it off. We're at a 5-on-4 advantage for another 20 seconds. Brierly takes the shot, score! Taylor Brierly.
And Jody, I was just sitting there getting ready when you're talking about the passing. I'm like, Taylor Brierly had a wicked shot, blocker side the other night against Pensacola in overtime. And he's just looking to pass. I said, he's got a great release. He needs to shoot it on net more. And just as I'm thinking that, there it is. Taylor Brierly, blocker side on Coburn. Good pass from Rose across the top. But they had some good opportunities. Right back to Brierly, and bang, there it is.
It's his second goal in as many games. Taylor Brierly gives the Bulls a 3-1 lead. Here's the call.
Goals, score by number 6, Taylor Brierly, his 10th goal of the season. The assist, number 37, Ben Higgins, and number 7, Nikita Kozarev.
So Kozarev and Higgins on the assist on the power play goal. There's a shot taken by McTavish, turned aside by Coburn. Puck played by Thurston. Slap shot, save, rebound loose, cleared by Huntsville. Here comes Janich the other way. We're under a minute to go in the first period. Poke checked away from Janich, loose in the Bull zone. Played by Apatagan and Janich. Romeo comes in along with Ruffin. Puck taken away nicely by Kip Ledzianko. He gets it ahead for Apatagan. Birmingham can't get it in deep as the puck flips into the crowds right behind the Huntsville bench. So with 31.1 seconds remaining in the first period, on the last power play goal by Taylor Briley, Birmingham has a 3-1 lead.
And there's a free souvenir for one of those lucky young fans back there behind the Huntsville bench, Jody. That's always good to see. I like those little loopers that go over the glass, not the tip slappers.
Off the draw, puck comes in on Coburn. He just covers it up. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but somebody, I don't know if it was an adult, I don't know if it was a teenager, but they handed the puck off to a real young, elementary age type student. I see that a lot in baseball where an adult will get the foul ball and give it to a kid. That's how you make fans for life. Now down on the play, Higgins taken down hard right off the draw by, I believe that was it Ryder? No, it's Charlie Risk.
Yeah.
15 seconds to go. Behind the net, Austin Lodge plays it near side. Alger keeps it in. Austin Alger in front, Larson, and a save made. A wicked one-timer by Buster Larson, and let me tell you, Buster can shoot the puck. There is no doubt he's got one of the best shots in this league, but Austin Lodge saves the day for Birmingham and preserves that 2-goal lead.
Well, definitely a set play there. You saw Larson back it up into that open ice at the top of the circles, Jody. Gave it down low to the corner. They gave it right back to him. And he just ripped that one-timer. And Austin Lodge, it was just a reactionary save-your-life kind of save. But, hey, I'll take him every time in net. You can make that save, send that puck up into the netting. Great job by Lotz on that. Good release by Larson.
Faced off the Lotz's left. 5.2 seconds remain. Puck drop. Shot by Alger high. And that goes out of play. A good play by Huntsville. They get possession of the puck, win the draw, but Alger just couldn't find it to put it on net.
Well, and you see, once again, Jody, face-off win, right?
And again for Huntsville.
As soon as that puck came to Alger, he was not looking to pass. He's not looking to set anything up. He was looking to fire that in on net. And a great heads-up play by Powell getting his stick in the shooting lane.
Austin Alger again. Huntsville wins the draw right back to Alger, who is their leading goal scorer on the season, but doesn't work. And Birmingham with a very impressive first period. A couple of mistakes, one resulted in the Huntsville goal, but we'll take a 3-1 lead into the locker room. Birmingham out shooting Huntsville 15-11. As I don't know about you, Greg, but I'm more impressed with the way Austin Lotz, especially in his own zone, after Huntsville gains possession of the faceoff. They just win faceoff after faceoff. Lotz seems to be able to answer it. But Birmingham, they have that transition game working right now offensively into the Huntsville zone. I'm sure Huntsville will try and answer that and change a few things defensively. But I like what I see right now out of the Birmingham Bulls.
Well, it's one of those things, Jody, where if you're Huntsville and you're sitting there after that, you've given up 3 goals on 15 shots. Have you seen enough of Coburn that you want to come back and go back with Robinson? But
hence my question to begin with, I was surprised that Huntsville started Coburn instead of Robinson.
Right.
Robinson, arguably one of the top 3 goaltenders in this league. I mean, not that Coburn isn't. I'm just saying statistically, Robinson's 20 wins, 4 losses, and 3 shootout losses or overtime losses. The kid could play goal. 2.29 goals against, 927. I have to say that you're probably right. I do expect to see Robinson come out in this second period and see if that can change the momentum somewhat for Huntsville.
Well, if he doesn't come out straight away in the second, Jody, then I would almost guarantee you if another one pops in the first 7 minutes here in the second period, you'll probably see him coming off the bench. But
in a situation like that, Greg, and I know you've been there when you played goaltender for the Bulls for years, when you've given up 1, 2, 3, just bam, 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 do you expect for the coach to make a change? In our case, it would have been Dennis DeRozier. Would you have expected him to come to you and say, that's it, I'm going with Charbonneau?
Well, sometimes it depends on how the team is reacting in front of you. If the team is flat, sometimes you don't pull the goalie just because he's let in X number of goals. Sometimes you need, that's the best way to send a message to everybody that, hey, guys, it's time to pick things up here. And granted, just like you thought it was a little bit odd that Huntsville came and played Coburn, Jody.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that has an impact, and that's your coach's decision who he wants to start. And, I mean, I get it on one hand, but all of your top guys, they see Coburn going in, they're like, oh, okay, well, I guess this is, you know, a Monday game, and, you know, let's see what goes on out there. But you know what I mean? It just takes away a little bit of that, you know, intensity of the game because you're not coming with your top guys.
Okay, at the end of one period of play, Birmingham 3, Huntsville 1. Stay with us. We have no interview today with head coach Craig Simchuk simply because it was an odd afternoon. He was kind of busy doing a few other things, which I completely understood. We'll catch up with him next time around. So when we come back, we'll play a few advertising spots for you. Greg, maybe you can go over some of the things that happened in the league this weekend and where the standings pivot now with Birmingham after the getting 3 out of 4 points this weekend and up on Huntsville at this point of the game. All right. Jody Chernesky along with Greg Dreveny. Stay with us, everyone. Score at the end of one period of play. Birmingham 3, Huntsville 1. Stay with us, everyone.
Yell at a tool? Nobody bats an eye. But talk nicely to your tools, and everyone thinks you're strange. Weird, right? But here's what I know. Great heating techs treat their tools and your equipment with a level of care that borders on talking nicely to it. When you rely on something, you want it to work. And if you want it to work, you treat it as nicely as you can. It's why fall furnace tune-ups are a really smart idea. You're going to rely on that heating system all winter, and you don't want it to fail you when it's freezing cold out. So treat it nicely now, and it'll work when you need it. Problem is, most heating companies in Birmingham don't do the deep cleaning and maintenance you'd assume comes with a tune-up. Just a drive-by inspection, followed by a sales pitch. That bubbified behavior is what I started Excalibur to stand against. So if you want a no-breakdown guaranteed, talk nicely to it tune-up, call
Excalibur. Services.com.
This is a shout out to the professional tailgaters, game day grillers, and potluck pros. Whether you bake it, smoke it, stack it, or melt it, there's nothing more important than how you cook up your team spirit while serving it with an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or Coke Life. We may not all agree on the best game day foods, but when you serve your meals with a Coke, you know you've got yourself a winner. Enjoy an ice-cold Coca-Cola at the Birmingham Bulls game. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling.
Okay, Jody Chernesky back with Greg Dreveny here at the Pelham Civic Complex. Score at the end of one period of play, Birmingham 3, Huntsville 1. Recapping that first period of play, Birmingham got out in front early on, less than 2 minutes into this game. Phil Ledzianko gets his 7th goal of the year. Kyler Matthews on the assist. It was a deflection in front off the Matthews shot, and Birmingham takes a 1-0 lead.
They actually awarded it to Kip with the assist to Phil and Matthews on the secondary. So that was at 154.
Are we sure he awarded that right? I could have sworn it was Phil, but either way, one of the Ledziankos got it. We'll verify this for you in a minute. But a nice shot nonetheless from the point by Kyler Matthews, which is something that has just continued over from Friday and Saturday night into today, and it's paying off, those shots from the point.
Absolutely.
All right, after that, at 6:01 of the first period of play, Colton Olnick gets the goal assist from Nikita Kozarev, his 10th of the year for Olnick. This is the shot where he really fanned and whiffed on his first attempt, skated past the puck, but it somehow found its way back on his stick just to the left of Coburn, and he managed to put that one in to give the Bulls a 2-0 lead.
Well, now when it was a good rush. It was a turnover by Huntsville at their blue line, and one of the D got tangled up and fell down. Olnick, you know, off the talking about the horse races, right? And that was Olnick busting out of the gate, and down he went with 3 or 4 Huntsville guys chasing him, and Kozarev following up behind them. And Huntsville did a great job on the back check. They caught him and tied him up, and the puck came in. Coburn tipped it away back through everybody skating to him, right onto the stick of Kozarev, and Kozarev saw Olnick on the far side, just dumped it off to him, and Shazam, Bulls are up 2-0.
All right, Huntsville gets on the board. 13-11 of the first period. Benito Poza right in front of netminder Austin Lotz takes the pass, or was it a rebound? Either way, Benito Poza scores his 11th goal of the year. The assists on the play go to Giovanni Procopio, or Gio, along with his brother Dom, to cut the Birmingham lead in half at 2-1. That one, once again, coming at 13-11 of the first period of play. And finally, Taylor Briley, once again, second goal in as many nights. This one on the power play at 18:41 of the first period. Briley scores his 10th goal of the season as a defenseman. That's excellent. Assists on the play go to Ben Higgins, who's been an absolute find for the Birmingham Bulls this year. He plays so many different roles. Higgins on the assist, along with Nikita Kozarev. That goal once again coming at 18:41 to close out the scoring in the first period of play and give the Bulls a 3-1 advantage at the end of one. Shots on goal, Birmingham 15, Huntsville 11. Greg, as we get ready for second period action, what kind of changes, if any, do you expect from both teams?
Well, it's one of those things, Jody. I mean, the penalties, the shots on goal, everything kind of right down to the wire. I would even say the zone play was all pretty even, you know.
Yeah.
2 penalties one way, 1 penalty the other, but it goes back to those 4 critical areas we talked about the 5-on-5 play, the penalty power play, and the penalty kill and your goaltending. And I think in that first period, the difference was Coburn versus Lotz, and Lotz came away a 3-1 winner.
Okay, at the end of one period, Birmingham 3, Huntsville 1. We'll take a break, get refreshed, get ready to go for second period action. For Greg Drevany, I'm Jody Chernesky. Stay with us, everyone. You're listening and watching to Birmingham Bulls hockey.
Being injured in an accident, the insurance company's giving you the runaround. You don't have to face this alone. At Medrano Law, we fight for injury victims like you to get the compensation you deserve. Medical bills, lost wages, car wrecks, we make sure you're covered. If you've been injured, time is critical. Don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you. Call Medrano Law now for a free consultation. It's simple. Call 205-800-8000 today or visit Mezrano.com, Mezrano.com. We're available 24/7 to fight for you. That's right. Justice is just a call away. Dial 205-800-8000 now. Mezrano Law, the official Alabama injury lawyers partner of the Birmingham Bulls.
You know, maybe you've got a second career in voiceovers. Maybe you could be the next Bluey, the voice of Bluey. My granddaughter wants to do it, so maybe you can do it for her.
I doubt it, Jody. I'd probably end up on one of those bad Disney cartoons as like an extra.
Well, all right, we're about ready set for second period action. I'm interested to see just how much the second period will mirror the first period. I have a feeling, Greg, that it's going to be nothing like the first period was. I have a feeling Huntsville's going to come out and be a totally different hockey team this go around.
Well, I think that's just going to depend, Jody, if the Bulls can come out and take care of business like they did in the first period. 'Cause there was definitely a swing there about halfway through.
Yeah.
It seemed to be all Bulls for a while, and then it became all Huntsville, and they tightened up the gap. And then there was some penalty action, and then it all fell out
But it
from
was
there.
good, entertaining hockey, and it never ceases to amaze me just how the physical aspect of this hockey game can turn into offensive chances almost immediately. Face-offs, won and lost. That's the area Birmingham better start taking care of, are these face-offs, especially in the offensive or defensive zone, as Huntsville in their own zone takes it there. Cervoni along the near board or far side sends it back for Procopio. He absorbs the hit, a light one at that. Birmingham's Apatagan sends it behind the net. Christie had it for a moment, taken away by Huntsville. They'll lift one into center ice as Taylor Brierly picks it up for the Bulls. Slides it for Thurston. Ahead for Apatagan, returns it for Brierly, who pumps one into the Huntsville zone. Played along the near boards, right through the slot. Olnick couldn't catch up with it. Romeo, good job keeping it in. He'll play it into the corner. Huntsville will bring it right back out. Loose, picked up by Higgins. He drops it back for Romeo. Ahead, looking for Olnick. It gets past him. No icing as they rule Olnick touched it. Intercepted in front, save made as McGregor Sinclair took a centering pass and a nice one, and I believe that was from Kozarev. He didn't get really all the shot on it, Greg, but enough of it to where he had to make a save, and this time it will be a face-off to his left, and that is still Coburn in the net.
And I like those first two lines, Jody, with Higgins and Christie. They're the speed and the muckers with Apatagan.
Off the draw, Kozarev has it. He's hit. Costs the puck up. It'll come near side. Romeo pokes it down low to Olnick. Olnick with the puck. Back at the blue line, Sinclair. Slides it cross ice. There's a shot, save, rebound, score! McGregor Sinclair picks up the loose puck, rebound, and Greg, that was a soft rebound. You would think that Huntsville would have somebody right there in front of their netminder to clear that puck, but we'll take it. McGregor Sinclair gives the Bulls a 3-goal lead.
Well, good job by Olnick not forcing that through traffic back into the slot, Jody. He threw it back to Sinclair. Sinclair over to Powell. Right off the left leg of Coburn, kicks it out, and Sinclair follows up to the net and buries that rebound nice and low, and the Bulls are up 4-1.
Big goal there. That 3-goal lead is a nice one to have. Much, to me, more relaxing than a 2-goal lead. We'll get the call in just a moment here as Birmingham now up on Huntsville 4-1. Face-off will come back into the Bull zone to the right of a goaltender, Austin Lutz.
And Jody, I think that's just a reward of simple hockey. Taylor Brierly coming in across the red lines, doesn't have any plays, just dumps it in. The old dump and chase.
Sinclair, his 7th goal of the season. The assist for Kyle Powell. And number 7, Nikita Kozarev. And first Bulls goal scored at 1.
Powell and Kozarev on the assist. Goal by McGregor Sinclair, his 7th of the season as Birmingham brings it in. There's Phil Edzianko. Cuts around, centers one, and pops right up in the air, still loose. Whistle blows. I'm not quite sure why it blew, Greg. But Birmingham applying some really, really tough pressure down on Coburn.
I think that was just a situation, Jody, where the puck was under that melee of players. And, just in the best safety of everyone, being down on the ice, the referee loses sight of the puck, and he has to blow the whistle down. So the play stops, but nonetheless, that puck was up top.
It's the second time in as many games the whistle is blown without the puck actually being frozen. It happens all the time. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I don't know. I'm for letting them play as the puck comes back into the Bull zone, right in on Lotz. Takes a chance, steers it aside. He doesn't normally do that, Greg. He normally holds it and covers it.
Well, one of those ones where you're up by 3, Joe. You want to keep the flow of the game going as best you can.
Near side, Procopio has it. Lifts one high into the air through center ice. Tried to set it up for risk. Out of his reach, Birmingham had it for a moment. As Carson Rose now doing some forechecking, the puck is loose in the Huntsville zone, right through the slot, cleared by the Havoc. Gio Procopio behind the net. Lotz stops it and leaves it for Trevor Thurston. Banks went off the boards into center ice. Jared Christie was there. Nice kicking motion there by Kip Ledzianko. Kicks it into the Huntsville zone. Now Ruffin deflects one deep in the Bull zone. Brierly into the corner for Thurston. Picked up by Christie. Banks went off the boards. Apatagan going in, but it's taken away by Huntsville. Ruffin can't get past Trevor Thurston. Ruffin behind the net goes down. He tried to draw that penalty. Didn't work. Birmingham clears. McTavish brings it into the Huntsville zone. Draws it back. Apatagan a shot, whistles wide to the right of Coburn. Played along the near boards. Birmingham keeping the puck alive in the Huntsville zone. Christie with a shot. That one blocked by the Huntsville defense, and the Havoc clear. Apatagan sends one deep. Birmingham will change lines. Through center ice. Played by Fries into the Bull zone. Along the near boards, Kozarev had it. Just let it go, and it's free. Olnick trying to get control. Now Kozarev as well, still loose along the near boards. Gio Procopio trying to kick it free. Fries in there as well for Huntsville. Finally comes free to Don Procopio. He'll send it far boards, and that one goes out of play. So a faceoff will come deep in the Huntsville zone to the right of Coburn.
And you can see, Jody, both teams are taking advantage of those dumps. And they're not dumping them super hard. They're just putting them in there nice and easy, making the D go back for it and applying that forecheck. And they're really hoping on a good scoring opportunity on a transition turnover there. But both teams have been clearing their zone fairly well.
Sinclair on the draw for Birmingham. Fries for Huntsville. Sinclair will be tossed. And I believe Olnick will come in his spot to take the draw now. Colton Olnick doesn't really take a whole lot of face-offs. He loses it, and Huntsville clears. That one all the way down. Huntsville's Benito Posta questioning why it was an icing call still. And I have to kind of agree with him. I mean, okay, Posta's still trying to argue his point, but the face-off will come back in the Huntsville zone. I could have sworn Birmingham deflected that puck themselves in the Huntsville zone, which would have negated the icing.
Right.
All right, face off. This time Phil Edzianko for Birmingham, Connor Fries for Huntsville. Try it again. Puck dropped loose in that face-off circle. Pokes free to the Bulls' defense. Plays it around the near boards. Kyler Matthews pinches in after it. Now into the near corner. Kip Ledzianko loses it, taken away by Charlie Risk, and he'll skate through center ice. Risk, a nice burst of speed, gives it up far side for Gio Procopio. Easily steered behind the net by Austin Lotz. Now just inside the blue line, Palmer with a wrister. Lotz saw it the whole way, and he blocked it and just held on. We'll have a face-off with 15-14 to go here in the second period of play. Birmingham leading Huntsville by a score of 4-1.
And like you said, Jody, the importance of those face-offs, and I'm starting to watch that more and more. As you see, Ledzianko on that draw did a good job tying up and used his skate to kick it back to the point. That ended up in some offensive zone time for the Bulls.
Now Palmer had it for a moment, lost control. The puck played behind the net. He'll get control. Centers one right through the crease, did Palmer. Now a shot by Stewart goes wide. Alger along the far boards tried to set it up for Stewart. Blocked by the Bulls defense, and it's taken now by Trevor Thurston. Thurston's pass intercepted. Look out, Alger takes a shot. Thurston blocks it. Alger picks the own rebound up, and that one goes wide. Thurston takes the puck, banks one off the boards, and Apatagan clears. Buster Larson let that go into the Bulls zone, and Birmingham clears. Line change for the Bulls. As Kozarev steps on, there are going to be too many men on the ice. Is going to be the call on Birmingham, Greg, I believe.
Wow.
I mean, they didn't hesitate to call it, and the puck did carry them right to the Birmingham bench as they were making changes. And, Mark Duncan didn't hesitate. They're trying to argue their case, but I don't think that's going to work. Let's just get to the penalty kill and start playing hockey.
Well, that door's open. Once the door opens, Jody,
exactly.
It's pretty much a done deal. And
just a matter of who's going to serve the penalty now. It has to be someone that was on the ice.
Right.
So
and had the puck gone to the other side of the ice, it probably wouldn't have been a call there, but it came right back up through the feet of everybody standing there and coming on the ice. The refs really don't have that much of a chance. But if you want your car to shine like new, ready for a clean, slick look, whether you need a quick clean or the ultimate deep wash, we've got you covered at Mark 1 Car Wash. We offer a variety of wash types to fit your needs, and every wash comes with free vacuums. Want unlimited washes for one low price? Join our Unlimited Wash Club for as low as $19.99 a month with your first month for just $11. That's unlimited washes, rain or shine, so why wait? Stop by Mark 1 Car Wash today, and let's get that car sparkling.
Well, apparently it did work. I don't see a Bull in the penalty box, and there's 5 skaters on the ice for Birmingham. So there isn't a too many men on the ice penalty. I stand corrected as I do many times. I happen to be wrong a lot lately. Now, this time a penalty's coming up on Birmingham. There's a deflection in front off of Janich as the whistle blows. We're going to have an interference call as that puck made it into the near corner at the Zamboni entrance. And checks were delivered. This one by Thurston when the guy didn't have the puck, and that's the textbook definition of interference. So Huntsville will go on the power play. They're second of the night. They're 0 for 2, or 0 for 1.
And Jody, that's exactly the same call that Huntsville got in the corner down there.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm okay with it, because it's like, hey, no matter where a guy's at, you can't make contact on the numbers. If he goes down, you're going to go to the box.
All right, face off to the left of Austin Lotz. Birmingham's best face-off man as of late, McGregor Sinclair, will take the draw. Roughing right now for Huntsville, and I say that just in case one of them are tossed, and now it's going to be someone tossed. It's going to be Ruffin, just as I thought. The linesman came in from the blue line and had words for Ruffin. Skated back to the blue line, and this time it was not dropped again. Movement precipitated, and now Alger will come in his stead. Takes the draw. Loose. Picked up by Huntsville. Wrist takes a shot. Save made. Rebound loose. Lotz doesn't know where it is, Greg. And finally, Bulls clear.
One of those ones, Jody, a looper through traffic, handcuffed Lotz, and he got a piece of it. And then that puck sat down, and he scrambled back and forth. Alger got a hold of it, had a spot back door, but couldn't put it home.
Now, off the stick of Ruffin, Birmingham finds it and clears. 1:30 to go in the power play for Huntsville, and the penalty to Trevor Thurston. Ruffin brings it into the Bull zone for Elkston. Elkston takes a bad angle shot, and I'm looking at Lotz.
Yep.
It seems that one,
hurts.
it got him and went out of play, but that one stung, Greg.
Well, that's one of those ones, Jody, where as you see a goaltender post up to the side of the post, they hug it as tight as they can, and they push their shoulder up. And Lotz at the last second just dropped his right shoulder, and that puck hit him right in the back shoulder blade where there isn't any protection. So I'm sure he'll have the mark official, because that's on the side of the puck.
That looked painful.
It did.
Off the draw, McCabe has it for Huntsville just inside the blue line. Draws it for Dylan Stewart, brings it down low. Centers a pass for Stewart. That one blocked by McTavish, and the Bulls clear. Clogged up in front of Lotz, Greg, and just not a lot of room to get that shot off.
Bulls doing a good job boxing everybody out, keeping it tight.
Under a minute to go in the power play as Huntsville brings it into the Bull zone. Tries to split 2D, was Procopio. He couldn't do it. Rose sends it around far boards. Huntsville keeps it alive. McCabe, near side Stewart. Stewart takes the shot. Stick save made by Lotz, and a good one. Puck comes back to the blue line. Janich has it. Plays it down low, stepped out in front. One save, two saves. That Bulls can't clear. Kept alive by Stewart. He takes a shot. Yanked out of the air by Austin Lotz. And we'll have a face-off with 22 seconds remaining on this power play for Huntsville.
And that was definitely one of the better offensive flurries by Huntsville there, Jody. Austin Lotz holding tall on that far post. 3 bangs at the side of the net, and the puck, you just hear it banging off the pad. Bang, bang, bang. Out top, back around. It came in. Another good shot. Lotz gloves it down. Face off to his left with 22 seconds left in the penalty to Thurston.
Puck drop. Loose now in the corner. Played by Elkston. Tried to walk it out in front and stuff it. He couldn't get around the Bulls' defense, and Higgins clears it the length of the ice. Down to 5 seconds. Power play time remaining. Buster Larson, one more shot. He'll bring it in. Lost it. Nice play by Taylor Brierly. Poked it free. Birmingham has killed the penalty in their back at full and even strength. Nice penalty kill by Birmingham, Greg.
Absolutely. You see Ledzianko out there. I just love how those guys skate, Jody. They just go 100 miles an hour.
Behind his own net, played by Cervoni. He sends it ahead through center ice. Connor Fries has it. Brings it into the Bull zone. Gets past Romeo, but he can't get to the puck. Ryan Romeo with it. Around the boards it goes, but not out. Fries goes in after it. Into the near corner. Fries has it. Someone's lost a stick. That was Fry's stick that exploded, and he'll have to come back for a new one as Cervoni in his own zone. Banks went off the boards into center ice. Bulls bring it right back in. Rose with a shot that goes wide of the net, and the puck comes all the way back down into the Bull zone. This one's going to be an icing call as it didn't touch anyone. That pass, they tried to connect it, Greg. I believe that's Phil Ledzianko over there. He couldn't get his stick on the puck. So with that, Huntsville touches up, and the faceoff will come to the left, or the right, excuse me, of Austin Lotz.
Yeah, one of those ones where Clark was looking for the little tip there at center from Ledzianko, but he fired it. Came off the tip of his stick, Jody, about waist high, and those are tough to knock down.
11:05 to go, second period. Bulls 4, Huntsville 1. Off the draw, Brierly tries to poke it out to center ice. Huntsville keeps it in. That's Alger. Centering pass for Larson. He tried to get it back to McCabe. It's behind him and outside of the zone. Huntsville will have to clear, bring it in again. Larson drops it for Stewart. Nice play Far side for Christie, pokes it free. Birmingham comes back down to the Huntsville zone. That's Carson Rose in front. Stick save. That one, Greg, looked like a pass to me. Off the stick of Coburn. There's Larson now with the puck. In front for Stewart. It bounced over his stick. And Birmingham clears into center ice. What I mean by that was it looked like Rose wanted a stick save so someone could get the rebound.
Well, there's a drill that they do in practice, Jody.
Played along the far boards. Birmingham lifts one into center ice. Christie was back there, but he couldn't get the puck. Risk does for Huntsville. Powell takes it. He'll file it into the near corner. Picked up by Charlie Risk. Out comes Posa, the lone goal scorer for Huntsville. Brings it all the way down. Nice play by Romeo. Chips it away. Risk takes it. Rebound right there. Couldn't be put in. It was right in front. Fisher couldn't get a stick on the puck. Play along the near side board. Finstrom had it. Lost it as Kozarev chips it back into the Huntsville zone. Just past the halfway mark of this hockey game, 9:30 remaining. Bulls with a 3-goal lead. Sinclair banks one off the boards and out. Olnick tried to reach up and catch it, couldn't do it. Huntsville puts it right back in the Birmingham zone. Trevor Thurston ahead for Sinclair. Sinclair through center ice connects. Kipledzianko takes the shot well wide of the net. Along the near side, Huntsville will try and clear. Elkston with the puck, curls away nicely from Rose. He'll dump it into the Bull zone. Play along the far boards, missed by everyone. Don Procopio, he'll just put it right back towards the blue line, and now Huntsville's Elkston brings it in. His shot blocked by Thurston. Tried a centering pass, didn't connect with anyone, and Birmingham's Rose skates away. Elkston with a nice back check takes him off the play, and now Ledzianko takes the shot high. Puck played around the near boards. I thought I heard a whistle there, Greg.
Sounded like it.
There's a shot by Thurston from just inside the blue line, easily gloved and held on to by Coburn. So with 8:23 to go, we'll take a media timeout here as Greg updates us on a few things.
And in that drill in practice, Jody, what they do, it's called the puck-off pad drill. They'll send a guy, they'll go in 2-on-0. One guy will come down the wall, just like Rose did there, and that's all they do is they look to put a low shot in off the goalie's pad, and the other guy cuts in and comes down in what's called the rebound lane towards the far post, and that's the drill. 2-on-1. So, yeah, as the game changes and goalies get bigger and they have to find new ways to score, you watch those NHL games, even the Four Nations games, a lot of those guys, they're coming in shooting low, making it happen. And if you are looking to upgrade your space with furniture that turns heads, tired of the same old cookie cutter designs, we've got just what you need at Flipsy's Furniture. We bring your designer furniture at wholesale prices. Every piece is diligently crafted with your comfort and style in mind. No compromises, no exceptions. From modern masterpieces to timeless classics, we source from the world's most exceptional furniture makers to bring you one-of-a-kind pieces that truly stand out, because why blend in when you are meant to shine? Locally owned and quality obsessed with innovative style, Flipsy's Furniture, designer furniture at wholesale prices. Stop by today and elevate your space. Flipsy's Furniture, the official furniture partner of the Birmingham Bulls.
Looks like Troy Coburn is having a little trouble with his contact lens as I look in front of us, the Huntsville bench. And actually, finally, a clear line of sight. We get to finally see something in front of us on the near boards, and they held the phone up so he could see. And he puts the contacts back in, and he'll skate back down into his net.
Well, we always talk about Bulls past, present, and future, Jody. And as we look at Coburn down there, we see Cody Miller tending to him. And Cody was, he was with the Bulls for a while as their trainer and moved up in that direction, got married, and now he's with Huntsville. So good to see him down there, staying in hockey, making it happen.
Cody left for Huntsville before he got married. I didn't get the full end of the story. He's a great guy. Huntsville's got a great trainer in Cody. I don't recall exactly when he got married, but both his fiance then, his wife now, a great girl. His parents used to sit in front of us here and clear the aisle. They would, oh, I miss her. She would make sure nobody got in front of us. Off the draw. Nobody really got control of the puck. It squirts free in the center ice, and Birmingham just puts it right back in. Now Palmer plays it around the far boards. McTavish right back behind the net. That's Christie. He'll send it out for Matthews. Kyler down low. Apatagon is there. Apatagon's shot never really got through. It comes back to Matthews. He takes a shot. Nice glove save by Coburn as he snatched that one out of the air. A high riser. May have had that top right corner labeled, but he grabbed it and snatched it out of the air.
Good save nonetheless. And, you know, that looks a lot better than it does, Jody, but with no traffic, you're not going to score very often from out there.
It looks easy, but I know it's not.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I played baseball my whole life, and those line drives sometimes right off the bat, sometimes they're easy to catch, other times they're knuckling and curving, and good save nonetheless by Coburn. Face off to his left. Comes back to Thurston, has an open lane to shoot. He held on to it, waiting for traffic to develop in front, and it's deflected out of play into the netting behind Coburn.
And that's really, you notice the difference in, you know, those goal scorer guys, Jody, and the guys who have more goals than assists, like Alex Dam off the draw. Puck's on his stick, he's shooting. He doesn't handle it, it's just a clean shot, and he's actually shooting the puck before it even gets, he just skates into it and rips it.
Face off in the Huntsville zone, puck drop. Sinclair goes down, trying to get it back to the point. Now Kozarev takes a shot from Finstrom. He goes down, puck is loose and finally cleared back into center ice. Puck comes free for Kozarev, gets around 1 and 2. Finally gets control of the puck, sends it in deep. Played behind the net by Olnick. Holton Olnick, far boards. Back for Sinclair, gets past him. He leaves it though. That's Kip Ledzianko. Back for Thurston, in front, looking for a deflection. It was there, but it just went wide. Nobody got their stick on the puck. Back the other way, Finstrom cuts in front of Lott. Save made by Austin. And taking no chances, Birmingham just clears the length of the ice, and icing is called as Palmer touches up.
And that's definitely one there. Going from end to end, having a scoring opportunity, Jody, all the way back down with that, and just driving to the outside, cut in, and Austin Lotz just stood tall, made the save, but with everybody coming in, there's nothing wrong with taking an icing in that situation, slowing the game down.
6:50 to go, second period. Bulls up 4-1 as Alger takes the shot. It's deflected once again out of play, so we'll try it again. Austin Alger comes into this game. He's kind of been held in check for the most part. He's definitely a talented hockey player. 39 points, 18 goals, 21 assists on the year, +6, and only 2 penalty minutes. So that's these two teams match up well. We don't have any players in the top half of the league in penalty minutes, both teams. They just play hockey. It's fun to watch. Now Ledzianko, Kip that is, chips it back into the Huntsville zone, played by McCabe and out. Taylor Brierly picks it up for the Bulls. Trevor Thurston ahead for Phil Ledzianko. Rose puts one in and it comes right through the slot. Couldn't get a shot off. Rose had it, but it's just out of his reach. He couldn't get a good shot off. Puck loose in the near corner. Tried a centering pass, but knocked down by Gio Procopio, who skates away. His clearing attempt knocked down, and Rose puts it right back into the Huntsville zone. He'll come off for a change. Nice play by Apatagan. Takes it away from Huntsville, and Romeo puts it into the Huntsville zone, right in on Coburn. Around the boards near side for Phil Elkston. Now Palmer has it. He puts it in deep. Romeo plays it through the slot, can't get it out. Christie had a chance at it. Now finally Romeo does. Gets it ahead to Jared Christie. Has Higgins with him. Higgins Gets hit there by Elkstrom. Couldn't get the shot off, but it came right to Coburn, who holds on. Is down on the ice, on his knee, that is Higgins. He's fine. But that was a little surprising because I see Ryan Romeo with his stick on his head thinking, what just happened? I think Romeo expected a good scoring chance.
Well, and it actually turned in with Higgins coming down, getting that pass off the wall. Just all over a great defensive effort by Huntsville, but Higgins still found a way to get it back in front, and that might have been Coburn's best save of the night. And a big save in a 4-1 game.
Face off to his right. Sinclair on the draw for Birmingham is loose at everyone's skate, still in that circle. There's a shot taken by Kozyrev, high and wide of everything. Loose along the near side. Sinclair will give chase. He chips one behind the net. Olnick and wrist there. Kozyrev in front. Could have walked out in front and took that shot. Matthews Scott score as Colton Olnick, once again from Kyler Matthews, takes that shot from the point. Coburn could not control the rebound. Colton Olnick did, and Birmingham has a 5-1 lead.
And I love that shoot first mentality from the Bulls, especially from the blue line, Jody. Olnick, one of those greasy veterans out there, that's where he likes to set up his shot, just far enough away from the paint that he's not bothered by the D, but he pulls that puck down off the rebound and bangs it home off Coburn's pad, and the Bulls are up 5-1.
We'll get the call in a moment, but I know Kyler Matthews gets the primary assist. Here's the call.
26, Colton Olnick. His 11th goal of the season, his second goal today. The assist, number 74, Kyler Matthews, and number 39, McGregor Sinclair. And first goal scored at 15:01.
So Olnick on the goal is 11th of the year, second of the game. Kyler Matthews, along with Sinclair on the assist, and Birmingham has a big 5-1 lead. Play around the near side. Through center ice, Apatagan chips one behind the net. Cervoni rips one slap shot around the boards for Larson and out. Picked up by the Bulls. Now Romeo gets it ahead for McTavish, who gingerly tips it in. Apatagan going in after it with Palmer. Played into the corner. McTavish behind the net for Christie. Return for McTavish. Troy sends it behind the net for Apatagan. Romeo, far side, pound. That's going to be an offside. He couldn't control the pass, and he brought it back in as Romeo, a little frustrated, and I don't really blame him.
Well, and one of the things, Jody, especially the offensive zone, the Bulls have been doing a really good job. They carry the puck in wide, and if they get pressure from Huntsville's defenders, they're not just throwing the puck to the middle of the ice in traffic, and then it's a 50-50 battle because so many times those plays end up coming back down in odd man rushes. They're doing a really good job posting a guy up behind the net, sending the puck down low when they don't have anything else, because that way Huntsville has to go a full 200 feet to get a scoring opportunity. And if you're looking to live your best life, the Southern Shirt Company has you covered. It's time to upgrade your wardrobe with our end of the season sale. Shop quality clothes that blends comfort and style, perfect for every occasion, from trendy tees to laid back lifestyle wear. We've got everything you need to enjoy the good life. Don't miss out on incredible savings before it's too late. Visit southernshirt.com and get a deal before it's too late. Southern Shirt Company. Enjoy the good life. The official clothing partner of the Birmingham Bulls.
Play in the Huntsville zone. Sinclair had a chance at it. It comes free for McCabe, and he'll clear the zone for Huntsville. Far boards, Birmingham tries to get it out, and that dude, look out, Kozyrev has a shot. Left wing side, had to put the brakes on as Finstrom caught up with him easily. Olnick back for Kozyrev, for Matthews. In front, there's a shot by Sinclair, that one just wide of the net. Birmingham not easing on the brakes. They're still putting the gas to the, or their pedal down and trying to get more. Benito Poza He chips one ahead. And it seems like, though, Greg, Huntsville's kind of slowed down in their approach to offense in this game. Am I missing something or am I right?
Well, it's one of those things, Jody, where the Bulls are moving their feet.
Look out. Kip Ledzianko, his shot whistles high and wide. Played for his brother Phil, back to Kip. There's a shot by Rose, blocked by McCabe, who's hurting. He felt that one. Now Phil Ledzianko down for Thurston, drops it. That's Rose with it, circles through the slot. He takes a shot blocked by Huntsville's defense. Thurston was there. Elkston gives him a shot. It comes free to Gio Procopio. For Elkston, he's knocked down on the play. Couldn't get all of that on it. Now behind the net, Rose and Brierly. Puck comes free. Elkston along with Fisher. Down to 2 minutes to go here in the second period. That puck came right out into the goal mouth. And taking no chances on that, Austin Lotz just came right out and put his glove down on it, and we'll have a face-off to his left.
Yeah, that was smart play by Lotz there, especially with Brierly down in the corner and sticks swinging everywhere. Definitely something you don't want to do is put the puck back in that corner. But, yeah, Jody, back to what you were saying, I think there's a big difference when you're winning a hockey game and you're having fun. It's a lot easier to keep your feet moving. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier to keep up that energy, and that's what I'm seeing. The Bulls are out here. They're having fun. They're playing together, and things are working out in their favor tonight.
Off the draw, Romeo pokes it into center ice, and it comes all the way back down into the Huntsville zone. They'll have to retreat and come back. Dylan Stewart gets past Romeo, but couldn't control the puck. Powell is there. Picked up by Buster Larson, the former Bull, hit by Romeo. Puck comes free. Higgins really going in after it. He takes Procopio out of the play, loose into the corner. The puck is picked up by Huntsville. And that's Don Procopio. Dangerous pass through the slot in his own goal mouth, but Huntsville clears the puck as it's picked up by Matthews, or could have been touched up. Faceoff will come back in the Huntsville zone with 1:22 remaining here in the second period of play.
Is your home showing signs of foundation trouble, cracked walls, uneven floors, or sagging ceilings? Southern Home Structural Specialists has got you covered. Providing expert solutions with over 25 years of experience, we'll do anything from fixing cracks to leveling floors and crawl space work.
I need to get that number because I could use a little of that work done. Face-off. Steered now side by Lotz. He'll set it up far boards for Kozarev. Banks one for Sinclair, who sends it deep. Played there by Cervoni, but not out. Loose.
Watching.
Going penalty coming up on the Bulls as Matthews touches up. I believe that Olnick is going to be the one that's taken out of the game by a tripping call as the puck came free off the boards. He took down his men, or is that Kozarev?
I don't know if it wasn't.
It's going to be Kozarev going to the box.
Yep.
So that'll be the third power play of the night for Huntsville. They're 0 for 2 coming into this one. With 58.9 seconds remaining here in the second, Birmingham hopefully can go to the second period, or into the second period and into the third, and take this power play for Huntsville with them.
Don't take your foot off the gas yet, folks. You want to get through this period without having a lapse in everything that you build up in this first 40 minutes.
Off the draw, loose in that face-off circle, being poked at by everyone. Rose finds it, and he hammers it down the ice.
Good second effort by Rose on that, Jody.
Charlie Risk, he'll start the play for Huntsville ahead through center ice. Drops it off. There's a shot wide of the net. Comes all the way back to Elkston for Risk. Down low looking for Alger. Thurston finds the puck. He can't clear. Along the far boards, played by Brierly. He can't get it out. His wrist takes it. Near side Alger. Looks for a place to go in front. Save made. Rebound right there for Larson.
Wow.
And he couldn't put his stick on the puck. As big and tall as Buster Larson is, and you know that long reach is there, Austin Lotz was a little quicker, pounced on the puck, and covers it for a face-off.
Wow, that was an exceptional save there, Jody. You saw Lotz looking blocker side and then had to come across through the screen, knocked it down with his glove, and then just pushed right out and got back on top of that. And that is good rebound control, and great tracking by Lots.
22 seconds remaining. Sinclair on the draw for Birmingham. Puck is dropped. Elkston sends it back for Alger. He takes a shot deflected wide. Larson has the puck for Huntsville. Back at the point for Risk. Griffin, or Ruffin that is, had it, lost it, and the Bulls clear, and that's going to do it for the second period of play as Coburn touches it up, leaves it, and that's it as the horn goes and the buzzer sounds and the whistles go off. Birmingham, it seems like it's been a long time, Greg, but we'll go into the end of the second period with a comfortable, and I say that with a little
tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, nothing is comfortable anymore, but it feels that way because it's been so long since we've been able to go out 4, 5, 6 goals in front of somebody.
Wow, and Jody, as a goaltender, I was always one that if I was coming into the locker room after a second period and we're up by 4, I just make sure I go around and make sure everybody's still focused on the game and tell them, hey, the first 2 periods are over. We have a 20-minute game to come out here and play, and the score is 0-0, so let's go.
All right. At the end of 2 periods of play, Birmingham takes a 5-1 lead into the locker room. 20 minutes left to go in this one. We'll come back. We'll recap as much as we can. We'll let Greg do his best voiceover imitation. And then we'll get ready for third period action. Jody Chernesky here along with Greg Dreveny. Score at the end of 2 periods of play. Birmingham 5, Huntsville 1. Stay with us. More action coming up.
This is a shout out to the professional tailgaters, game day grillers, and potluck pros. Whether you bake it, smoke it, stack it, or melt it, there's nothing more important than how you cook up your team spirit while serving it with an ice-cold Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, or Coke Life. We may not all agree on the best game day foods, but when you serve your meals with a Coke, you know you've got yourself a winner. Enjoy an ice-cold Coca-Cola at the Birmingham Bulls game. Coca-Cola, taste the feeling.
Yell at a tool? Nobody bats an eye. But talk nicely to your tools, and everyone thinks you're strange. Weird, right? But here's what I know. Great heating techs treat their tools and your equipment with a level of care that borders on talking nicely to it. When you rely on something, you want it to work. And if you want it to work, you treat it as nicely as you can. It's why fall furnace tune-ups are a really smart idea. You're going to rely on that heating system all winter, and you don't want it to fail you when it's freezing cold out. So treat it nicely now, and it'll work when you need it. Problem is, most heating companies in Birmingham don't do the deep cleaning and maintenance you'd assume comes with a tune-up. Just a drive-by inspection, followed by a sales pitch. That bubbified behavior is what I started Excalibur to stand against. So if you want a no-breakdown guaranteed, talk nicely to it tune-up, call
Excalibur. Services.com.
Alabama license number 15214.
Yell at a tool? Nobody bats an eye. But talk nicely to your tools, and everyone thinks you're strange. Weird, right? But here's what I know. Great heating techs treat their tools and your equipment with a level of care that borders on talking nicely to it. When you rely on something, you want it to work. And if you want it to work, you treat it as nicely as you can. It's why fall furnace tune-ups are a really smart idea. You're going to rely on that heating system all winter, and you don't want it to fail you when it's freezing cold out. So treat it nicely now, and it'll work when you need it. Problem is, most heating companies in Birmingham don't do the deep cleaning and maintenance you'd assume comes with a tune-up. Just a drive-by inspection, followed by a sales pitch. That bubbified behavior is what I started Excalibur.
And tonight, or this afternoon, and we're into tonight now, this is the only game being played in the SPHL. And in the second period, it was all Bulls as far as scoring went. At 1:28, McGregor Sinclair from Kyle Powell and Nikita Kozarev. Great little dish from Kozarev up top to Sinclair, across to Powell, shoots on net. Sinclair drove back to the net from the point, off the rebound of Coburn, and Sinclair made no mistake and buried it for the Bulls' fourth goal. The fifth goal wasn't scored until 15:01, about 5 minutes left in the second period. It was Colton Olnick from Kyler Matthews and McGregor Sinclair. And once again, another rebound goal. Good quick shot from the point, transition from Sinclair to Matthews, shot on net. Olnick right there, rebound off Coburn's other pad, and in the air, he banged it home in a baseball-style fashion for the Bulls' fifth goal. In the second period, there were 2 penalties called, 2 against the Bulls, one on Thurston for interference for 2 minutes, and the other on Nikita Kozarev, 2 minutes for tripping. And the Bulls will go into the third period and have to kill the last 1 minute of 2 seconds of Kozarev's penalty, so they will start shorthanded, and Huntsville will have a 5-on-4 advantage. Overall in the game, the Bulls are up 5-1, shots on goal 25-22 in favor of Birmingham, and penalties as they sit now, 3 against the Bulls, 2 against the Havoc. So a pretty even game across all aspects here, aside from the score. Is your home showing signs of foundation trouble, cracked walls, uneven floors, or sagging ceilings? Southern Home Structural Specialist has got you covered, providing expert solutions with over 25 years of experience. We'll do anything from fixing cracks to leveling floors and crawl space work. Located locally in the downtown Birmingham area, foundation repair questions, we have answers at foundationunlimited.com. Call 205-520-977 for a free estimate today. Southern Home Structural Specialist, the official structural specialist of the Birmingham Bulls. Likely Bulls games are more fun with friends and family. Be the hero of the next family gathering or corporate party and host it with us. Groups of 25 or more save big by purchasing group tickets from the Bulls front office. Call us at 205-620-6870 to save $4 off the gate price, plus no Ticketmaster fees or taxes. And Bulls fans, are you looking for a behind-the-scenes look at the Birmingham Bulls? It's time for you to check out the Bulls fan experience. Go to bullshockey.net and reserve your spot for only $40. You'll be able to watch as your favorite Bulls player from the Bulls home bench during warm-ups, be on the ice for pregame hype video and player introductions, and even take home an autographed action shot of a Bulls player. Only 20 slots available per game, so visit bullshockey.net for more information and reserve your slot today. Cahaba Glass is a clear choice for all your glass needs. The staff at Cahaba Glass brings over 30 years of experience in the industry to every project. When you choose Cahaba Glass Company, you are choosing a proven leader in the glass business. Let them make your next project shine. Leaky roof getting you down? Time for an upgrade? Call the professionals at Alabama Roofing. We are your local pros right here in Trussville. At the Roof Pros, our first priority is you, the customer, and ensuring that you are happily satisfied with a roof that you love. Free estimates are yours upon request. We'd love to share with you our free estimate and low prices so you can discover firsthand that our roofing services cannot be beaten. Call us at 205-722-ROOF. That's 205-722-7663. Alabama Roofing Professionals, the official roofing partner of the Birmingham Bulls. Life's too short to sit on the sidelines. UAB Sports and Exercise Medicine provides expertise to support everyone. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, UAB Sports and Exercise Medicine provides state-of-the-art facilities and top-notch specialists dedicated to helping you keep doing the activities you love. From personalized injury prevention to advanced treatments and rehabilitation, UAB Sports and Exercise Medicine has you covered.
Okay, Jody Chernesky back with Greg Drevany here at the Pelham Civic Complex, getting set for third period action. The Birmingham Bulls leading the visiting Huntsville Havoc by a comfortable score at the moment, and I'll caution you at the moment by a score of 5-1. For those of you into numbers and such, Birmingham, when leading at the end of 2 periods of play, are 12-1-1. Huntsville, if they're trailing at the end of 2 periods of play, are 4-1. That doesn't mean anything tonight. It simply means we got 20 more minutes of hockey to be played, and anything can happen. Face off at center ice as we're about set for action. And here we go. Off the draw, Ruffin draws it back. Played by Risk, ahead for Ruffin. He'll skate it into the Bull zone, drops it for Larson. Larson whips one around, puck goes far side. Played by Alger. Remember, Huntsville on the power play for another 40 seconds. There's a shot taken in front, score. A rebound to Alger. The shot from the point made it through, Greg. Lotz made the initial save, and I had always been taught the goaltender's job is to make that first save, and the defenseman's job thereafter is to clear. Nonetheless, on the power play, Huntsville cuts the score to 5-2.
And it is, Jody, and that is just the second time tonight we've seen Huntsville left all alone in front of Austin Lotz, and for the second time tonight, Huntsville converted.
It's Alger's goal. We'll wait the call. Here it is.
Austin Alger. The assist, number 44, Charlie Risk, and number 74, Buster Larson.
Risk and Larson. 19th goal of the year for Austin Alger, and it's a 5-2 hockey game. We're back at full strength as the puck is in the Huntsville zone. Played along the near boards. Cervoni whips it around far side, played by Benito Posa. His pass intercepted by Kozarev, who will dump one in near side. Line change for the Bulls. Cervoni will skate up far left wing side. Banks one off the boards and out into center ice. Higgins takes it, tries to get it in deep. Play it along the near side by Procopio, and Huntsville will bring it in. That's Janich. 3 men back for Birmingham, so he puts the brakes on. Jack Janich behind the net has Romeo on him. There's a centering pass off the side of the net. Jared Christie picks it up for Birmingham. He can't clear. Okay, guys, here we go now. There's a lot of hockey to be played as Birmingham clears the zone. Palmer into the Bull zone, played now by Carson Rose. He waits for someone to streak free, and he'll just flip it far side. Through center ice, Janich takes it back into the Bull zone, drops it for Ruffin. Carson Rose takes him off the puck, but it's played by Elkstrom down low. Janich, he'll circle right out. There's Cervoni with a shot. Nice save. That's a difficult save made by Austin Lotz, Greg.
Yeah, inside post, he had it labeled. Austin Lotz came across, kicked that left leg out, and that is a big one here with the 3-goal lead by the Bulls.
Back into the Birmingham zone. Puck is sent. Played by the Bulls out. Kipledzianko zips it in. Stopped along the near corner. Loose puck picked up by Connor Fries. Loose at center ice. Phil Edzianko will play it back for Thurston, and Birmingham looks a little out of sorts at this point. Not a lot of connected passes, not a lot of tape-to-tape type things. It looks like they're searching for just the end of this hockey game initially.
Well, it's way too early for that,
Yeah.
Jody. We've seen goals come in bunches in this building, and definitely something the Bulls want to get back to where they had their success. And that's with that speed on the forecheck and being tenacious in those one-on-one battles.
Off the draw, Huntsville controls. Olnick keeps it in. He absorbs a hit by McCabe. Loose along the near side. Finally, Huntsville kicks it free. Alger will bring it into the Bull zone. Screen shot as Thurston was cruising with him, but puck found and tracked easily by Austin Lotz. He gloves it and holds on.
Well, and that is Huntsville's 4th shot of the period, Jody. It ties actually puts them up one, 26-25. So Huntsville's closed the gap on the Bulls shot-wise, and now being up 1 shot The Bulls definitely need to get the offensive zone play going in their favor here and tip the ice back the other direction.
We'll talk about this in a second. There's something I want to ask you, but as Birmingham wins the faceoff, they'll chip it down. This is going to be icing. Let me ask you something, Greg. You got a 4-goal lead coming into the third period. They chip in a power play goal, makes it 5-3. You still are ahead in this hockey game by 3 goals. I won't say it's relaxing, but I mean, has the mentality for the Birmingham Bulls changed, or are we still have our foot on the gas trying to add more? It just looks like they've relaxed somewhat.
Well, you keep your foot on the gas is what you've got to do, Jody, but talking about it and doing it are two different things, and we'll see how the Bulls do here in this next little play.
Jared Christie off the draw, takes it, gives it to Apatagan, who will send it in deep for Birmingham. Now, puck comes loose at the side of the net. Centers a pass by Christie. Nice hustle there. Comes back to Powell. Kyle Powell, far side. He was there for Christie. Just couldn't get all of it and went down on the shot. Now a high stick gets up on Christie. No call is being made. Christie's going to hustle over to the bench. Apatagan has it. Stewart on him. McTavish hit from behind. Apatagan has it. Looks for a place to go. Comes free for Huntsville. They'll pick it up in the near corner here as Alger chips it out. Can't control it. Ledzianko gets it back on his defense, and Birmingham will try again. Kyle Powell, lazy pass intercepted by Buster Larson. Brings it in. Ruffin a shot. Wow, that one goes out of place. Lott's got a piece of it. But Greg, once again, those passes in your own zone that result in scoring chances like that, I'm sorry, but you got to be more. You got to be more careful at it. You got to zip that pass across, not be lazy about it.
Well, and that's where in the first 2 periods, Jody, the Bulls' awareness of the decisions that they made with the pucks were spot on. And that pass by Powell there, transition turnover turned into a 3-on-2 and a near miss by Huntsville.
Puck played behind the net. Clark avoids the hit, but goes down loose in the slot. Ruffin had a shot at it, picks the loose puck up. Huntsville's buzzing. Posa turns around. There's a shot taken by Ruffin. Far side goes behind the net. Huntsville is putting the pressure on the Bulls as we speak. Rose takes it now. He'll skate past one man. Cervoni back. Rose takes the shot well high and wide. Bounces off the glass. Birmingham keeps it alive, though. Trevor Thurston in front, score! What a play! Trevor Thurston, a smart play right to Phil Ledzianko. Thurston had no intention of scoring, Greg, and every intention is of getting a low shot off so Ledzianko could score, and he did.
Well, one of those ones, Jody, where you wonder if they're not working on that play in practice because they had a lot of success against Pensacola. Instead of just shooting the puck on net, they're just directing it through the slot, looking to hit that guy coasting through, and that was another great example of a wicked deflection off the crossbar, off the back of the skate, across the line, and the Bulls have that 4-goal lead back.
6-2 the score, Bulls on top. As Ledzianko cruising through the slot, gets his stick on the puck. Here's the call.
Number 23, Phil Ledzianko, his 7th goal of the season. The assist, number 91, Kip Ledzianko. Number 25, Trevor Thurston. And first Bull.
So Ledzianko, his brother, and Thurston, the primary assist, gives the Bulls back that 4-goal lead. Brierly, far side, Thurston with a shot. That one whistles wide. Olnick takes the puck into the near corner. Shovels one in front. Huntsville can't control it. It'll get back to Brierly. Brierly takes the shot gloved out of the air by Coburn, and we'll have our first media timeout of the third period. 14:59 to go. Birmingham out in front, 6-2 over the, really they're tied for first in the league, the Huntsville Havoc.
Right, and even that shot from Thurston, Jody, a good low shot from the point, hard shot. Coburn comes out to cut down the angle, and that wicked rebound came all the way to the wall, and Olnick, granted, he had a defenseman coming straight at him, so that blocked his vision to the net. But from here, he had a good 2 seconds of wide open net. If he would have just swung that puck to the net, Coburn would not have been able to get back across. So definitely something you want to look at. Brierly's shot was high in the glove. Cobra's not going to give that one up. But you want to put everything hard and low and just send multiple layers of guys into that slot area. And who knows how many the Bulls could get in this last 14 minutes, 59 seconds.
As a goaltender, you're up by 4 goals. Does it make you relax somewhat if you're Austin Lotz, or are you still on top of your game trying to keep everything out? Birmingham, Brierly sends it behind the net. Palmer whips it around far side and out. I mean, when you're Austin Lotz, you're up by 4. You're not relaxing any bit, are you?
Well, absolutely not. And I don't know if you want to talk about it now or wait till the next stoppage, but
that's a good idea. As Buster Larson brings it into the Bull zone, his wrister goes high and wide past the blocker of Lotz, and McTavish chips it out. Apatagan picks the loose puck up. Nobody back to help him, so he just slides it off the boards. Line change for the Bulls. Behind his own net. Charlie Risk has the puck. Waits on some reinforcements. He'll step out in front, skate away. Risk ahead for Ruffin, for Janich. He's poke-checked off the puck, and it slides into the Bull zone where Elkston has it. Elkston curls around near corner, gets away from Rose. Still looks for an outlet, a place to go. Phil Elkston through the slot, taken down, no call. There's a shot taken far side. This one by Janich, missed the mark. Jack Janich with the puck far boards. Watched by both Romeo and Rose. Now Powell comes in to help out as the puck squirts free, giving it up there in front. There's a shot goes wide, or save made by Lotz, and it escapes the zone. Things looking a little crazy right now, Greg.
Well, Huntsville's had 2 or 3 scoring opportunities even on this shift, Jody. So definitely something the Bulls just want to clear that puck, keep getting it deep.
Posa with the puck in the Bull zone. Slides one in front, Romeo blocks it. Now McCabe takes a shot, that one never made it through. Loose puck along the far boards, Oldnick has it through center ice. He banks one in to the Huntsville zone. Palmer catches up with it, but loses it to Sinclair. He tried a centering pass to Kozarev, didn't connect, and Huntsville will clear the zone. It's center ice strike, Clark chips it closer, but not in. He'll pick the loose puck up and bring it in himself. Takes a hit there from McCabe. Both go down. Loose puck in the Bull zone. Sinclair had it. Slides right in on Austin Lotz, who just puts the mid on it and covers it up. So at 12:29 to go here in the third period, Birmingham leading 6-2 in a faceoff in the Bull zone.
So back to what you were asking, Jody, as a goaltender, that's the difference in that position versus any other position on the ice, because your job is never done. It doesn't matter how many goals for you have, because at the end of the day, that bottom number of having 2 against is the one that goes as your goals against average. So it doesn't matter.
So it does matter.
Well, that's what I mean. It doesn't matter how many you have for. It matters how many you give up.
Trevor Thurston with the puck. He just gingerly lifts it into center ice. Played by Risk. Higgins takes it away. Higgins hauled down. Penalty coming up. In front. Save made by Coburn off the stick of Jared Christie. But that one is going to result in a power play for Birmingham. And just based on what I saw right there, Birmingham's not content on 6 goals.
Well, and they shouldn't be, Jody, because just like Austin Lotz is working right now as hard as he can to keep his goals against average down where it is. We talked about it pregame, that the Bulls had 11 players on their roster that are negative when it comes to 5-on-5 play, and that's called plus-minus. Huntsville, every guy on their team is a plus. So these are the games that gives those guys who are -1, -2 on the year a chance to vault themselves forward and have positive contribution on the course of the year.
Off the draw, Huntsville controls. Procopio will send it down into the Bull zone. Picked up by Brierly, and we'll set the power play up from there. Just underway on the power play, 1:50 remaining. Taylor Brierly through center ice. Sends one into the near corner. He'll give chase. Fries has it, and he takes it and sends it down. Austin Lotz leaves the puck behind his own net for Carson Rose. Brierly takes it from Rose. Through center ice, Taylor thought about dropping the back dust to Rose, far side Kozarev. He'll send it up, or set it up for Sinclair, back to Brierly. Down low, Kozarev was there, he couldn't get all of it. Just hit off the side of the net or the post. Now Sinclair for Ledzianko, near side Carson Rose. Played at the point for Brierly. Near side Rose takes a shot, that riser never connected, and Huntsville will clear. Through center ice into the Bull zone, Fisher with the puck. Turns his back on the defender, killing a little more time. Played there by Kozarev. Janich on him, so he drops it for Ledzianko. Phil set it up behind his net, and that's Brierly with the puck. 40 seconds remaining on the power play for the Birmingham Bulls. 10:50 to go here in the third period. Bulls 6, Huntsville 2. Kip Ledzianko ahead for McTavish. Puck plays in deep. Kip had it, lost it, and Huntsville clears. They'll try and get a rush out of this one as Ruffin brings it in. He didn't like his number, so he just backhands one behind the Bulls' net. Down to the last 10 seconds of power play for the Birmingham Bulls. McTavish drops it back for Romeo. Into the far corner. Risk loses it. Bad clearing pass. McTavish's shot deflected wide. Huntsville has killed the penalty. They're back at full and even strength. Now there's a shoveling pass. Didn't get through. Played by the Bulls, far side of the net. And Gio Procopio clears down the ice. Icing will be called on Huntsville. They do a good job killing the penalty, Greg, but as you said, the Birmingham did hit a post and had another opportunity there late in the power play just to the side of Coburn.
Well, and your best penalty killer is always your goalie, Jody, and Coburn was up to the task on that because the Bulls had some big scoring opportunities there, a lot of scrambling down low. Rose had a couple opportunities. Brierly had a shot, and even that last shot by Romeo coming down, he rips one low, and a quick deflection off Coburn's pad. Ledzianko standing right on the net and just careens off his stick. You know what I mean? Nobody is expecting him to tap that in, but as those guys get more time under their belts, and keep in mind, these guys are still in their rookie season. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but those things of, if you're below the circles, you got to be down on your stick, triangulating, ready, and it just caught him off guard because that could have been another one off a great low shot by Romeo.
9:58 to go here in the third period. A nice crowd filed in. We haven't got the report yet. Usually they'll bring us the attendance figures a few minutes before the end of the game, but we've had two really good crowds leading into tonight or this afternoon's game on Friday and Saturday with Pensacola. And remember, tonight will be the end of the, as the shot is taken from the point by Matthews and held on to by Coburn. Tonight will be the end of the games in hand we have with Macon. For Birmingham, we'll all be even in games played, and now after this game, I believe that should, if things stay the way they are, it should put Birmingham 5 points up on Macon. And tonight's attendance, 28:45, which for a Monday afternoon with work tomorrow, that's pretty good. More than I expected on a Monday game. Off the draw, Bulls have it. Clark, cross ice past Matthews. He'll shoot. He does. Save made. Rebound loose. Far face-off circle. Bulls hustling. Higgins keeps it in. Nice play by Ben Higgins, who has the puck. Sends it down low for Christie. Back for Matthews. Matthews slap shot deflected wide near side. Clark behind the net for Apatagan. He's watched there. Behind the net, set for Higgins. Absorbs the hit, and Riss takes the puck away. Tried to hook up with Alger. He misses, and an icing is going to be called on Huntsville. And this unit for Huntsville's been out there a while. You can tell they're breathing heavily. They got to stay on the ice and do this again.
And one of those things, Jody, you can see the success, and I really like how Matthews is shooting the puck lately. A right-handed D back there, ripping them low.
Yeah.
And every shot that's low, it just turns in to a big gong show down there in the slot area in front of Coburn.
Off the draw, loose puck in the face-off circle. Still loose. Kip Ledzianko plays it behind the net of Huntsville. McCabe whips one around the boards and out. Huntsville will finally get a chance to change lines as Phil Ledzianko has it for Birmingham. His pass off the skates of Connor Fries, so he'll set it up near side for Kyle Powell. He loses it. Loose puck at center ice, picked up by Procopio, and he'll set it back. On the defense, Kyle Powell takes it for Birmingham. Cross ice pass through center ice to Kip Ledzianko. Now Rose comes in. He can't control it. Finstrom sends it in, played by Lotz. Far corner through center ice. Now that one, Cervoni turned his back to it, so there's going to be no icing. He tried to draw the icing penalty, but no, that one didn't work. Cervoni avoids the check from Romeo, gives him a look. He didn't like the way Romeo went after him, but the puck is in the Birmingham zone. Now behind the play in the corner, we have a Huntsville player down. That's Noah Finstrom. I did not see what happened to him. I just see him down slowly now getting back to his skates. He's going to come across to the Huntsville bench, and that you know is serious because Huntsville had the puck in the Bull zone. As Finstrom comes back, we'll see what happens with him. Now it's played by Huntsville along the far boards. Don Procopio is there, taken away by the Bulls and cleared.
Yeah, Thurston was the closest guy to him coming around the net, Jody, but I switched gears like you and went back to the puck on the far side.
I didn't see. Now Cody Miller's attending to him. It looks like he's got the towel around him, so it may have been a stick, a puck, or whatever to the upper body, a face. Either way, it looks like he's going to be okay. I don't see any medical attention being given to him other than Cody making sure the leaking has stopped if there is any.
Well, it's so hard. I mean, even with Christie down in the far corner on that one, Jody, we weren't sure where it came from and what happened with him. It was just a puck battle, and the puck was bouncing, and somebody whacked it. The puck actually came up and hit him right in the face as he was standing there looking down at it.
Off the draw, picked up by the Bulls, Romeo. He can't clear. Posa loses it, though, and Sinclair does. He'll send it back into the Huntsville zone. Pace of play slowed down a great deal, Greg, the last 2 minutes. Thurston, he takes a hit. He's holding this back. No penalty coming up. Now here we go at center ice. Tyler Matthews didn't like what happened with Thurston, who's still down. Posa and Matthews going at it center ice. There's a right by Posa, another right by Posa. Matthews jabbing left after left. Big overhand right by Posa. Undercut. Now Matthews trying to get free and cover up. Matthews a big right. There's another by Matthews. And the linesmen go in. They've had enough. Both of them are tired. I'm more concerned about Trevor Thurston, to be 100% honest with you, simply because that kid's played a hell of a hockey game the last 2.5 games, and this one included makes 3.
Well, and that's the thing about Thurston, Jody. The way he went down, it's almost like...
He grabbed his back immediately. He's going to the locker room now. I see he's retreating underneath the stands. That's not good, Greg.
And if there's any fishermen out there when...
Gosh.
What was we didn't hear the call there. But anyways, pulling a fish out of the water, Jody, and that thing goes up in the air and then it kind of flips over on its back. That's how Thurston took that hit. He kind of went airborne with it and then twisted in a really funny way and then came down on the ice and was holding his hip.
Yeah.
And we all know those hip injuries. Yeah. That is not one that the Bulls want to be facing right now.
We've had so many hip injuries, starting with Austin Lotz last year, goes over into Hayden Stewart this year. Now he grabbed his lower back, or his left hip, whatever you want to call it. Here's the call.
5 minutes for fighting. Birmingham penalty number 74, Kyler Matthews, 5 minutes for fighting. Number 74, Kyler Matthews, 5 minutes for fighting. Time of the penalties, 13:05 of the third period. Both teams at full strength.
So coincidentals, 5 for fighting. Again, Trevor Thurston and Kyler Matthews have had a whale of a hockey game the last 3 nights. And instead of taking that as encouragement going forward the last 17 games of the season, now we have the injury bug to worry about. As the shot taken by Cervoni stopped by Lotz, even, and I'm sure the fans that are listening can tell by the tone of my voice, that didn't look good, Greg.
No. Definitely one you want to avoid there. We'll see how Thurston comes up. Probably won't see him the rest of the night. We'll get an update early in this week on him. But Matthews leaving the ice is a question mark too, Jody, because he didn't have to.
Wow.
Because he went in, so obviously, he may be needing a little bit of something put up or whatever, but those offsetting fives, the Bulls don't have anybody in their box.
So that's the loss of 2 defensemen for Birmingham, and all of a sudden we're down to 4. Here comes McTavish, sends it into the near corner. Procopio for Huntsville gets it out. Romeo will have to hurry back. He does. Banks one off the wall. Out through center ice. Now McTavish takes a hit from Dom Procopio. Apatagan loses it to Buster Larson. He banks one off the boards deep. Stopped by Lotz. Now down on the play is going to be a penalty as Christie was taken down. This one by Stewart, and Dylan Stewart's going to go out the box. And I know this is going to sound bad, but to be honest with you, I don't really care about this penalty. I really am concerned of what I saw when I saw Trevor Thurston try and get up and he couldn't.
Wow. It happens in hockey all the time, Jody. It's just that, it's a physical sport. And like I said, it's not like football where you can just step out of bounds when you have somebody bearing down on you. And, to Huntsville's credit, it wasn't a bad hit or anything like that. It was just a hit, and probably 99 times out of 100, he just gets up and goes on with the shift.
All right, off the draw, Brierley has it for Birmingham. Birmingham on the power play, 4th one of the night, 1 for 3. There's a shot taken by Sinclair, save made by Coburn, and it comes all the way back down into the Birmingham zone.
And just as you said, things were slowing down.
Yeah,
Jody.
I should learn by now. I should know better by now than to jinx things. Watch what I say as Carson Rose picks a loose puck up at center ice, shovels it for Sinclair, return for Rose. Palmer backhands one past Phil Edzianko. Kozarev catches up with it first. There's a centering pass off the stick of Sinclair, comes back to Kozarev. Near side, Brierley. Sets it up far side. Kozarev, score. Phil Edzianko buries that one from Nikita Kozarev. Nifty stick work. Great passing. But until I hear something about Trevor Thurston, I can't enjoy that as much as I would normally.
I know. Well, it's one of those things, Jody, where even the Bulls on that power play, they did a really good job identifying those seams. And as Huntsville swat from the box to the diamond, Rose to Kozarev on the back door. Kozarev, Ledzianko, bang. But, hey, the good news is Ledziankos are shooting, Jody.
Yeah, that is a different. You just made me smile, so I appreciate that. Normally, if they're alone in front of the net and it's empty, I think they'd rather pass. Now, a big hit there by Higgins. We'll get the call of the goal in a moment as the puck squirts behind Coburn. Here's the call.
Scored by number 23, Phil Ledzianko. The assist, number 7, Nikita Kozarev. And number 15, Carson Rose. Powerade, power play, and first Bulls goal. Scored at 14:56 of the 3rd period. Number 23, Phil Ledzianko.
That's a hat trick for Ledzianko. I don't know if Pat understood that or not, but that's his 3rd goal of the game. Ledzianko, Phil that is, scores his 6th, 7th, and 8th goal of the season. If my calculations are correct, he scored the first goal of the period at 1:54. Maybe you can check it and see. Kozarev with the puck, sends it down low for Olnick. Olnick backhands one, save made by Coburn. Olnick loses the puck. Bulls keep it alive. Far side. Buster Larson, though, will skate it out. Alger has it. Plays it down low. Clark intercepts. Tries to get it out. He can't do it. Played behind the net for Larson. Now Larson sends one low. Romeo has it, lets it go for Clark. Played by Olnick out. Back into the Huntsville zone. Charlie Risk. Nice pass ahead into the Bull zone. Alger has it. Drops it back for Risk. Save made on a big thud for Lotz. There's a backhander in front. Never made it back through to Lotz. And the puck is along the near boards. Cleared by the Bulls. Rose has it. 2 men back. Rose cuts past Charlie Risk. Around the far side. Thought about a stuff, but he didn't do it. The wraparound wasn't there. He'll hold on to the puck. Plays it for Kip Ledzianko. He lost it. Taken away from him by Charlie Risk. 3:15 to go, third period. Birmingham up 7-2. Janich slides one past Thurston, who's back on the ice. I don't know if that's just to test the back or hip, but either way, he's not moving quickly, Greg. Just keep an eye on him and see what happens.
Well, one thing you want to do is get out there and stretch it out one more time and see how
Remember,
it goes.
fans, always keep your eye on the front.
What we've got, Jody, on the Ledziankos, the first goal was awarded to Kip. And you've got Phil scoring the last 2. So
The very first goal of the game was not awarded to Phil. It was awarded to Kip.
yes.
All right, that's where my miscalculation is. I gave it to 23, and it should have been 91.
Well,
So,
and I think that'll be one that we'll have to put on the replay before they make everything official, because I want to say it was 23 that was.
I thought 23 had to go.
Right, I thought so too. So we'll see.
Maybe our scorers next to us can verify that. I don't know if I'm with you. I had it as Phil Ledzianko. We'll check it all out. Either way, it's okay. Birmingham with a 7-2 lead on the visiting Huntsville Havoc with 2:55 remaining. You're happy for the win, but you don't want it to be a costly win that cost you one of your best players injuriously wise. Played behind the net. Thurston's still on the ice, so I guess we're okay. Backhands one out in front. Nice play by Brierly to intercept that pass that was meant for Finstrom. Birmingham skates away 3-on-2 if we hustle. Apatagan loses it. Nice play by Dom Procopio. Loose puck along the near board. Still loose. Sent behind the net. Jared Christie has it for Birmingham. He sends it back to the blue line. Behind the net it's played now by Procopio. Dom Procopio, the captain of Huntsville, still holding on to the puck. Sends it out left wing side, taken by Fries. He gets it ahead for Procopio, for Gio that is. Now loose puck at center ice, almost taken away by Sinclair. Comes free inside the slot for Birmingham. Clark backhands one along the boards. Janich has it, looks for a place to go. Far face-off circle. Janich for Risk. Risk takes a shot, save made, rebound loose, just squirts by Lotz into the near corner. There's a centering pass for Elkston, misses everyone. Birmingham takes the puck, and they'll just lift one into the Huntsville zone. Back to get it, Drew Palmer. Ahead for Elkston. He gets away from Carson Rose, drops it back for Risk, who sends it into the Bull zone. Pop back out by Rose. Down to 1:10 to go now here in the third period. There's a cross-ice pass for Buster Larson. Sets it up through the slot. Couldn't connect with Alger. There's a shot from the blue line, goes wide. Thurston with the puck now. He'll set it up. Try a shot for Phil Ledzianko. Gets past everyone. Loose along the far boards, and McCabe clears it out for Larson. Buster Larson had it taken away. Kip Ledzianko sets it up for his brother Phil. Backhander save made. Loose puck along the far boards in the corner. Picked up by the Bulls. Played at that blue line. Now a high stick gets on Kip Ledzianko. Huntsville brings the puck in the Bull zone. Alger, cross-ice pass for Larson. His shot, that was blocked in front. Come on, guys. That's Thurston down again.
Yeah.
He'll hobble. He's okay, but goodness gracious, can we get through a shift without an injury, Greg? 10 seconds to go, 5. Cervoni behind the Huntsville net, and I'm just happy this one's over with. and we can start putting some ice on some injuries and some, I mean, it seemed like the last 10 minutes of this third period, you're just holding your breath thinking, okay, who's hurt now? What's wrong with this guy? What's wrong with that guy? But what a win for the Birmingham Bulls. Incredible. Top-ranked team in this league in the SPHL. Huntsville comes to town and just gets spanked by the Birmingham Bulls by a score of 7-2. You couldn't have asked for a better outing from Birmingham, from top to bottom, Greg. The only complaint I would have, they have nothing to do with, and that's the injury situation. But, I mean, we talked about this at the start of the game, how I said Birmingham matches up well with Huntsville. We just do. It's the same teams.
Oh, they do. And like I said, Jody, you nailed it off the hop of, you know, where they sat and looking at the different categories and breaking it down. We're like, hey, at the end of the day, I think this one came down to goaltending.
Yeah.
Both teams had a lot of scoring opportunities, Jody. And at the end of the day, I would say it's a win for Austin Lots. And Coburn just struggled a little bit tonight. And, hey, the secondary scores for Birmingham now became the primary scores, and that's great to see when you got guys like Olnick chipping in for a couple. The Ledziankos, they're all over the score sheet. Kozarev all over the score sheet. Rose chipping in with a couple assists. Good plays by the defense. I mean, it's just a top to bottom. It's nice when you have multiple guys working in on the scoring side of the stat sheet, Jody, versus just the same three guys, you know, all the time.
That's 5 out of 6 points we obtained this weekend. And I would have taken, to be honest with you, 4 out of 6 to begin this weekend. But we got that extra point. We didn't lose this weekend. We took the extra point in the loss, overtime loss, that is, to Pensacola. But either way, Greg, with the win, Birmingham
42. Birmingham has 42 points, Jody, and that's them still in 6th place. However, Knoxville is in 5th with 43, so they're just 1 point out of 5th place, and then they get a little bit of separation. Evansville sitting in 7th at 39, and Macon in 8th place at 37. So the Bulls up 5 points from 8th place Macon, and 9th place Quad City has 36. So there's 6 points.
What about our games in hand situation? Exactly how many games played have Birmingham comparatively to Knoxville and, for that matter, Macon?
So Birmingham sitting up, it's 40s all the way across from Birmingham down, Jody. Knoxville has 41 games played. So the Bulls have 1 at hand on Knoxville. Fayetteville has 40 played, and then you get up at the top, Roanoke and Peoria, they're at 38. So they've got 2 games at hand on everybody else. Birmingham still has 1 on Knoxville. So as Birmingham creeps up and they're 1 point behind, I mean, if you're looking at it this tight, game in and game out, Jody, especially with the schedule that the Bulls have, every game is points that we got to be logging if we want to keep creeping up and try and get that home ice advantage going into the playoffs.
Is it a situation as you look at the standings and realize that now we're kind of evened up across the board from 5th place down to 10th place? Is there a situation in another team that you really feel good about being in the slot that we are right now?
Well, and I think that's where the next 2 weeks are critical, Jody. If you put a little different spin on this playoffs, right? Because I think that there's, well, you never know because it is so close. But if you come to a point where you guarantee yourself to having secured a playoff spot, you want to start looking at, okay, who's 1, who's 2, who's 3, and who's 4, and who do we want to play in the first round if you're gonna end up in 5 through 8. Me personally, I would much rather like to sneak up into that 4 spot, 3rd if higher, and then you're guaranteed to have home ice advantage in that first round to give you a chance to get out.
Okay, from here we go on to Fayetteville, North Carolina for a couple of games next weekend. Fayetteville, as I said, we'll have a couple of games in Fayetteville next weekend. Where is Fayetteville in comparison to Birmingham in the standings as far as games played and points obtained?
Fayetteville's in 4th, and they've played 40, now the same as Birmingham. and they are at 46, and the Bulls are at 42. So that is 4 points that separate.
Yep.
Those two games.
Things are tightening up all around the league. And now every game really, really does matter.
And that's it. And that's that fourth place we talked about, Jody. So right now, the next 2 weeks of hockey is big for the Bulls, not just to make the playoffs, but I like to shoot for the stars here and be like, let's finish in the top half so we get home ice advantage.
Okay, it was a fun weekend. It was a very constructive weekend, and one that now gives Birmingham a different perspective, a different look on where we are and where we're going. Now we can start to feel a little better about the way things are, and I have a feeling inside that locker room it's going to make things a whole lot more comfortable than where we were coming into this weekend.
And it is, and you have to remember where you had your success from this weekend, Jody. It's just from the guys moving their feet, skating, you know what I mean, having fun, being creative, and I mean that's why everybody plays hockey. So from that standpoint, I think tomorrow you're going to see probably an optional practice at best. There'll be a lot of guys getting ice, getting treatment, getting stretched out, because tomorrow's already Tuesday and you're talking about a Friday tilt with Fayetteville coming up quick.
All right, Greg, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Birmingham 7, Huntsville 2. For Greg Drevany, I'm Jody Chernesky. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Until next time, Birmingham Bulls hockey. Stay with us. It's going to be a fun end to the season.